Shenanigans D&D. This is episode number 4.
Episode 4.
Episode 4. Before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that we are not professional voice actors. We're basically 5 idiots from either New York or Connecticut.
Not yet.
Well, give it time. Give it time. We've been playing D&D at a table for about a year, and then obviously COVID happened to the world, and now we're on Zoom. But we are also streaming on Twitch and YouTube right now. So if you're watching, thank you so much. Hit that subscribe button. We would really appreciate it. Quick announcement, our continuing sponsor is the majestic Savasana's Kiss, a yoga love story, a full-length romance novel available on Amazon and or barnesandnoble.com. Savasana's Kiss. Easiest way to find out more about our continuing sponsor is the website, yogalovestory.com. Again, that is yogalovestory.com. Before we jump into the game that we all love so much, I want to give each one of you an opportunity to tell us what your character looks like, the character's name, and of course, introduce yourself. So, any order you guys would like.
I'll go first. My name's Jacob, and I play a navy blue tiefling warlock named Pia. And yeah, that's basically it.
That's it? What else do you look like?
He has big black horns, and he's the most handsome person in the whole group. You know, he gets all the ladies.
The handsomest.
Yes. That's basically, I'm getting kicked. That's basically all I have to share for now.
I am Matt, and I play Theoden, a dwarven cleric. He's you know, he's just ugly motherfucker. Big gross beard, dirty, doesn't use shampoo much, but he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to.
Real life player, yeah.
I'll never tell.
I'm Matt. My character's name is Baka. He's a short gnome. He's got a white mohawk, and he's an asshole. He's pale. He wears a lot of black. He doesn't see the sun. He's always slinking in the shadows, and he also has a compulsion to steal. Surprise, surprise. Oh, and first 1 level in fighter right now.
And I'm Brendan. I play Sirach, a half-elf ranger. He's got long silver hair, cold, pale skin, and he has warlock powers as well after falling in battle and being revived by a pretty well-known to the party pit fiend named Baelor.
Yeah, there we go.
Our Lord and Savior, Baelor.
All hail Baelor.
All right, so
we'll convert you guys later.
Yeah, right. The last we left off, the Natural Ones, which to let you know is the group name of these 4 adventurers. The Natural Ones were being escorted in chains back to the city of Frinpool, which is the capital city of the Order of the Gauntlet. Order of the Gauntlet is one of the 5 factions that are floating around the realm, all vying for supremacy. The reason why they were being escorted in chains to Frinpool was to stand trial and face charges that they murdered the Lord Commander of the Gauntlet, a crime that they did not commit. While in transit, though, Baka the gnome was magically spirited away to speak privately and to strike a bargain with a beautiful woman named Issa, who is also coincidentally linked to a dangerous terrorist organization that causes chaos on behalf of a mysterious entity known as the Brood of Katoa. A deal between the beautiful woman and the gnome was struck, and the entire party was then teleported away unceremoniously and dumped in the middle of the Forian desert. After driving away deadly giant scorpions, the Natural Ones must now figure out exactly where they are, what they're going to do next, and try not to starve to death in the process. So before I ask you gentlemen what you would like to do, could you guys give me everybody give me a wisdom check real quick.
Regular wisdom?
Just to check, not a wisdom saving throw. Just take your wisdom modifier and add it to a d20 and let me know what number you got.
18.
Okay, we got an 18 on the board.
9.
It's 9 for Theoden.
11.
I'm switching dice.
11. It's a good time to do it. So 11 for Baka.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 for Sirach, the half
Dirty
elf.
bitch.
So the highest is Sirach. All right, I'm gonna hold on to that for just a moment and allow you guys to RP with each other a little bit, because again, just to remind you, the deal that was struck with Baca, none of you are aware of this. You all were basically transported to the middle of the desert in an unknown location, immediately had to fight last session, and now you're basically panting and you're exhausted in the sand. So none of you, the three of you plus Harry Harrington, again, just to remind the audience, Harry Harrington is a dwarf that's traveling with the group. Very skinny, no beard, very undwarf-like.
But we love him.
They love
We
him.
love him.
He's desperate to write a novel that's going to make him famous, and he's decided to go along with the natural ones in hopes of grand adventure that he can write about. The four of them have no idea what Baca just went through. So by all means, have a conversation and fill each other in.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. What happened to you guys?
I'm gonna look at PR.
We came in here after you. What was that like hand that pulled you in here?
What hand?
We should have just left you in here.
I didn't see any hand.
Where are we?
Another reason why we should have left him. Can never just tell us a straight answer.
No. Fucking gnomes. Bitch ass gnomes.
All
You
right.
notice Harry basically going through the pile of stuff that Baca is standing right next to. Oh my God, my books. And he picks up 2 or 3 of his tomes and he starts flipping through them like, oh God, all the pages are here, thank God.
Oh,
Oh boy, oh boy.
Are they in order, Harry? Are they in order?
Oh, and then he squats down in the sand and immediately starts writing. The scorpions were burning and basically just you're not even listening to you guys.
Chris, remember I texted you?
I remember.
Okay. Just making sure. Yeah. Okay. So guys, I have a confession. Someone did open a portal here for us, and
You know who it was?
yeah, I'm not sure you're gonna like the answer though. It was Isa.
Elsa. Elsa's from Frozen.
Let it go. Let it go.
Yeah.
What we should have done to the gnome.
Kill it.
So she was the one who saved us.
I really wouldn't call that saving.
Saved us by
I don't-
brought us in here.
I don't feel safe.
Well, I don't feel safe.
What does
either.
it look like? What does it look like
What does
What does what
like?
look like?
inside the portal? Like what?
Oh, just to let you know,
we're-
the portal has already disappeared. The portal was kind of like imagine like a purple curtain hanging in the air.
But then we came out.
You guys
we're
went
back.
through the portal,
Right.
and the portal on this side of the Florian Desert, wherever it transported you to,
Yeah.
was actually 15 feet up in the air. So you literally fell from 15 feet up in the air, smashed down into the sand, and at that point you were accosted by giant scorpions in the sand.
Right.
fought them off.
So we're just in the desert right
You're
now.
just in the desert right now,
We
basically.
don't know where the fuck we are.
You don't know where the fuck you are. You don't know what happened to Baca because he was pulled through against his own. You guys voluntarily jumped through the portal, but he basically
Right.
he basically was pulled through against his own wishes.
So can I make an investigation check to see if I see any like buildings or anything?
Sure, absolutely. Make an investigation check.
Ooh, nat 20.
Nat 20. With a nat 20, I wish I could give you more, but basically I can't create a building for you just because you made a good.
No,
You're in the desert.
Yeah, the bottom line is you, as far as the eye can see, you basically see
It's straight desert.
it's straight desert. It's hot. It's unforgiving. The only good news is that it's maybe 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening, which means in the desert is one of the places where you want the sun to go down because it's just really scalding right now, especially you, Theoden, who is wearing metal armor. But you don't see any buildings. You don't see an oasis in the distance. It's just straight sand as far as the eye can see.
So yeah, so Issa transported us here, but before you guys got here, we kind of came to an agreement. I hesitate. to say
Agreement of.
Well, she was trying to trade sexual favors for
Nice.
us to steal some item, but I already know one crazy chick. I don't need to know two. So
One
she
crazy chick cancels the other one out. So
no, definitely not. Maybe you should stick them on each other. Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Baka, focus.
Oh yeah. So yeah, she wanted us to head to Nelaris and
Alaris.
Nelaris.
The fuck is that?
Harry says the same thing. I've never heard of Nolaris. That's weird. Nolaris. No Laris.
Oh, now you
Nelaris.
spell it, Baka.
No. Nalris.
Oh, okay.
Nalaris.
Okay. So and what does she want you to steal?
Something
Or
called
heart.
the Norn Fire.
Norn fire. Norn, that seems easier to spell. Norn.
Did she tell you what it
fire.
was?
It's I think a necklace.
Norn
Yeah.
fire necklace.
I think I don't mean to interrupt, but I think what Master Theoden, by the way, Master Theoden, thank you so much for resurrecting me so many times against those scorpions.
I'm gonna bow my head to you.
Yeah. So I think what Master Theoden means is, do you know what the necklace does? What does it do? Do you know?
Better. No. She
Oh.
wants it.
Oh,
I don't know why.
But what did
okay.
she say when she gave it to you?
She didn't give it. She wants us to steal it. She wants to steal it from this city.
Oh, okay.
called-
Okay.
Nel-
Do me a
Nelaris.
favor,
And,
Baka, make just an intelligence check, not a saving throw, but just add your intelligence modifier. Roll a d20.
Woo! Hell yeah! Let's go.
Roll a d20.
His intelligence is
21.
You rolled a
-10,
21.
right?
Okay, just to refresh the memory of the audience who may be jumping in for the first time, we got a lot of subscribers this week, and welcome to all of you. We're using the honor system. People are allowed to roll their own dice on their own dice trays. In situations of player versus player or with death saving throws, we have an app that we're all jumped in on. For that particular roll of 21, it wasn't necessary. I trust him. But I don't trust him where if he's trying to steal something from the party, that in those rolls, we have to all see it.
Yeah, I don't.
That's not
So-
fair.
But with the 21, I just want you to realize that Baka suddenly remembers that the name of the city that this Norn Fire necklace is in is Kirillith, not whatever other name that was. I don't even know what you wrote down.
Oops.
Okay,
Harry,
so
fix that in the book.
yes, and yeah,
scribble that out.
Kirillith.
Kirillith is a Q with an apostrophe.
Kirillith, I've heard of.
Yes, Kirillith is a Q with an apostrophe.
It
RIR.
was on the map.
Baka, what the hell were you
Gotcha.
talking
It's
about?
up here. There.
My best friend has a summer home up there.
Yeah, got you. So the only thing that you also remember, Baka, and the others would also remember, is that not only is the bank the safe deposit box where this necklace of unknown power, because you didn't really get her to specify why she needed it, but this necklace of unknown power is in the same city that the Red Hand operates their main operation.
Wait. What?
Yeah, exactly. So
No, we're not going anymore. We're not
I know
going.
who we're gonna
No.
visit.
So I'm just,
No,
I'm not,
no, no.
again,
Baka,
I'm not
we don't
that,
need you anyway.
Not going.
to fill
Yeah,
in the
so-
audience, there seems to be some sort of family strife going on in the city. Baka used to be a member of, since he's a rogue, he used to be a member of a criminal organization called the Red Hand. The leader of the Red Hand is a very interesting lady named Desdemona. Desdemona, for lack of a better word, is in lust, I don't know, with
She's like a
Baka.
praying mantis.
And
she's gonna have sex and then kill me.
she's not the most, she's kind of irritating, just to put it nicely. So let's just say that Baka is not in a rush to go back to Kirillith. As it turns out, the item that Issa wants is in the same city. Go figure. Who would have thought that would happen?
She's been trying to capture me on multiple occasions. So. Yeah. So guys, yeah. So she wanted to trade sexual favors, but
Sexual favors.
yeah, I said fuck that because
that could be a
already
good
have-
plot twist, though. There's not enough romance in this book, to be completely honest.
I have to
Gotta
deal with
make some
Desdemona. And she's
Baka,
crazy. So yeah, I was trying to do the honorable thing for once, guys.
And we don't have horses anymore, right?
No,
No
we don't.
horses. You're on
Nope.
foot now.
So I tried to trade. I was offered her the necklace for the bull that they were. Remember the
But
bull
do
with
they
the
actually
demon?
have the bowl? Like we weren't even
She-
sure of that. in the
she-
Oh, that
first
shit
her-
that got stolen.
Her attitude changed like
Way
180
back
when I
when?
mentioned it.
Again, to fill in the
maybe.
audience, because we were playing for a year before we started streaming 4 episodes ago. Sorry for all the backstory. Sorry for the interruptions. Apologize, guys. Jewel encrusted bowl, which has portal/demonic powers. The group at one point during the campaign had possession of this bowl, relinquished it to the Order of the Gauntlet, and then since then it has changed hands. To the best of the party's knowledge, a terrorist organization known as the Orcish Revenge had possession of this bowl. So I'll let you continue, Bach. I'm sorry.
Where was I?
Well, you were just saying that you tried to barter. You said, "Listen,
Yeah,
I'll get
oh,
you the
yeah,
necklace
so-
if you get me the bowl."
Yeah, her attitude changed. She said, "I don't know if we have the bull," and I told her that that guy that you killed, Pia, delivered to her. Of course, I can't remember the chap's name because he's
A chap.
fucking dead. So yeah, we'll see. She said I'd asked how I get a hold of her, and she said she'd find us when we get the necklace. But now
I
that
do
the
not
necklace is in
trust
that
at
is in
all.
Kirlip, we're not fucking going, so it don't matter.
Oh no, we're going. It's just it's really
No,
fucking far.
really
away,
not.
So
I vote to go.
I vote against. And my
Anything
cat.
the gnome's against, I'm down for.
Oh, you're such a son of a bitch.
Well, before you guys decide exactly where to go, I guess there's a couple of administrative things that are in order. First of all, we have to figure out how many rations you guys have total.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Because you're in the middle of the desert and you
I
don't see
know.
anything as far as the eye can see. Theoden, the last time I checked, I think you were down to
Starve.
none.
I was 0.
Yeah, so Theoden has no
That's
rations.
why I
at
wanted to ask.
0 rations. Baka, how many rations do you have on your sheet? Just curiosity.
46.
Okay, so Baka has 46.
Okay, Baka.
Sirach, how many rations?
Yeah,
do you
because
have?
I'm generous. You know, you
I
hogging all your rations over.
Currently have 41 rations.
41. And Pia,
I have 29.
29. Now, keep in mind, those are some pretty prominent numbers. Except Harry expects to be fed as part of this arrangement, and he doesn't have any rations of his own. So obviously, he's going to eat
Go
some of
figure.
your food along the way. However, you guys would want to
Freeloader.
break it down pretty much. Yeah. I mean, he's not asking to be paid. He just wants to be fed and kept safe.
That's
So-
still a lot.
Still a lot.
Unacceptable.
Now here's another thing. In this particular campaign, it's not a ration doesn't last a day. A ration lasts a meal. So theoretically, you burn 3 rations a day: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If you so choose during your travels
And
through the
second
harsh
breakfast.
desert, well, and second and third Z's and whatever. Speaking of that, you can do the opposite. Like, you know how people in real life fast? They do intermittent fasting where they skip breakfast or they skip lunch. You guys can do Constitution saving throws to see if you can go without eating to preserve your rations. If you
Now,
fail
does
the
a dwarf do that at disadvantage?
no,
Good,
not-
good to know. Good to know.
but it doesn't give you a penalty. It just, if you fail the roll, it means you were so damn hungry you had to eat it. Period. Otherwise, you
Oh,
can.
okay.
Yeah. So it's not one of those deals where like you hit exhaustion. If you run out of rations and you're at 0 and you can't find a way to resupply them, then we start talking about exhaustion. So anyway, so now I got the rations down. We'll deal with that in a second. Next thing is you have to figure out where you are on the map. Each one of the players has like a rolled up map scroll. So I would say that because the first roll that I did on that wisdom check, that was actually to figure out where the hell you are. Sirach, because he rolled a dirty 20 when we started, knows exactly where the group is on the map.
Right
So
there.
I can give you some of the estimated travel times on like.
There's a
four-
map behind you.
Yeah, no, I know. I also have one staring me in the face right here, so I'm
there
good.
you
Yeah,
go.
I'm good.
I'm an outlander. I'm good at survival stuff
Yeah.
too.
Right. So
Kind of.
So what are your ideas as far as where you'd like to go from your current location? You're basically about 100 miles west of the city of Vanwell. And you're about 50 miles from, there's kind of like an oasis type area with an island in the center. It's a lake with an island in the center. You're about 50 miles east of the lake with the island in the center, right on the edge of the Forian Desert. To the north, a few hundred miles is Hona, the city of Hona, which you've never been to. Again, you're not sure exactly what square you're in, but that's a guesstimate of where you are. Now you guys got to determine where you'd want to go next, or at least first.
I vote for Vanwell.
That's
I don't
funny.
know. I don't know about that.
That's hilarious, actually.
That is actually kind of hilarious. Does anyone want to explain why that's hilarious?
No.
Come on.
Jacob.
Come on, Jacob, explain it.
Why Vanwell is hilarious?
Why Vanwell is hilarious.
Because that's where we just were.
Yeah, but
And
we
what
gotta
ha-
get the necklace.
Jailed, trialed,
Yeah. Yeah.
sent away.
We were just there.
We need the
don't use
necklace
magic.
though. Yeah,
No,
don't
no.
use magic.
No.
Warlock.
How are we getting into the city?
You guys
Hey,
go
listen.
right ahead. I'm not going.
Hey, listen, this is D&D. You guys can do anything you want. If you want to go right back to the city that tried to put you in jail, go for it. That's a
All
beautiful
right,
thing.
well,
I,
I
mean, the
guess
looks on their
I'm
faces would be
outvoted here.
priceless, but it's
What
not.
about traveling to Hona? I think that's it.
Okay, so go to Hona on foot would take 8 days. On foot. If you had
Forgetting
horses,
we're on
if you
foot.
had horses, it would take 4 days. But it'll take 8 days on foot. So
We could go to Hona, charter a boat north, skipping that bridge that seemed so popular last time we crossed it. End up in Lenora, and then we can go east and avoid Kirlith.
What
anything.
if we went to check out Hopewell, see what's going on over there? We haven't been there.
Hopewell's like
Hopewell.
way past
Oh.
Vanwell.
We'd have to pass Vanwell because
That's like
looks like a
8
river.
days too, no?
That's like we'd have to cross
Yeah,
through
but
Vanwell.
Hopewell
be
would be
safer,
2,
though.
4, 6, 8, 10. It'd be 12 days on foot to
12
get to
days,
to
even
get to
more.
Hopewell.
I don't know if we have enough rations for that.
Probably do, but then we'll have nothing after.
I mean, I'm just saying we might.
Yeah,
have
but
to
then we'll be
go
in a
through
city,
Vanwell
so we can just
to-
buy them.
to
Well, what's
to
good
get
with
to
that
Hopewell.
island surrounded by that lake? Maybe another dwarven cave.
Yeah,
thought
but
we
we
were-
need rations first. We need to fucking
That's but
rest
that's,
up.
But that's closer than where we are now. I mean, than to like go
So you
into
want-
Hona or Hopewell.
We don't have a boat.
Just to give you
build one.
again, I don't mean to cut you guys off.
Build one.
Just to give you guys, since one of you mentioned the dwarven caves, there are 6 dwarven rune caves that the party has been adventuring, basically traveling the realm in order to find. They've explored 2 out of the 6. Number 3 and number 4 are actually in the area, like just west of Hona is one marked on your map. It's about 8 to 10 days walking to get there, and then honestly, there's one just south of Vanwell, which is again another 6 to 8 days.
That
But
was
it's-
kinda
Wait,
what
Yeah.
have
we
we
were
been
trying
to the
do
one
in
in the
first
island
place.
yet?
Well, no, you actually haven't. To my best recollection, I mean, if we were in person, I would show you. I think your map is supposed to have a question mark where the island is. It's not
Yeah.
supposed to. If it has a question mark, that's basically whoever made the map put a question mark there because they're not sure what's actually on the island.
Okay.
So
So wait, which one was the last one we went to? I thought
the last
was
one, no, the last one was in the vicinity of Hornshire, all the way to the east, south of Frindpool.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, so number 1 was on the other side of the continent, just south of Frindpool, and then the number 2 dwarven rune cave was in the area of Hornshire. So you knocked out 2 out of the 6. So the question is, I mean, if you wanted to investigate the island, that's an option. Or according to the map, there are 2 other dwarven rune caves, and obviously there's Hona.
Well,
I mean, if you
now
want to go
let's-
back to Vanwell, go
we
for
should
it.
we should go to a city and spend our money because we're like practically full on cash. I think.
Yeah, but do you really want to go to another Order of the Gauntlet city?
Where else were we gonna go? We don't have enough rations to get anywhere else.
We are vagabonds.
No,
Uh,
no thanks to your healing fingers. Your healing magic. No, it's
I
not
tried,
magic. It's
I
healing
tried.
magic.
It's good magic.
Yeah, right.
Harry, where do you want to go?
Well, I mean, this is I feel like
Harry's
if I
in it
give
for the ride. We gotta
if
decide.
I give too many decisions, then I kind of feel like I'm influencing the story, and then it's kind of like not true.
Yeah.
I want to know what's going to
This
happen.
is-
Like
this
I'm a
is
fly on the
your-
wall, and
this
no
is
one
You're
can
part
see
of this,
me.
Harry.
This is your moment. You are on the
That's so
spotlight. This is your
flattering,
scene.
Sirach. I can't. I'm part of this. I need to quote that. You are
He's gonna
part
make a whole
of
chapter
this,
about it.
comma.
Oh, yeah.
Sirach
Oh, yeah.
said with a genuine admiration in his eyes. Awesome. That is okay. Cool. So,
Sure. Anything to make the little kid happy.
oh, but what do I think? I mean,
Tussle
you
him on his
guys,
head.
you guys are the ones with the food.
Champ.
What I do think is, I would say this is that number one, your stuff is like in a pile on the floor, like right over there. I think you should pick all your stuff up. Number one, and number two, I think that we should rest because you guys all look kind of beaten up a little bit. As far as like maybe like we just finished with a fight, and I don't know about you, but I'm kind of hungry. You know, I'm not trying to, you know, I'm hungry, but I guess I could go without one meal.
Chris, speaking of
Dwarf
stuff,
always needs
I
food.
positioned myself at the end of that fight. directly
Yes,
over
I
the loot.
remember. I remember.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was wondering when that's gonna happen because
I remember. I remember. So are we going to I know you guys are still not quite in consensus about exactly where you're going to go first. That's cool. There's no rush on that. But are you guys going to pick up all your stuff?
Sure.
Okay,
Well,
so let's assume that everybody
And
goes
might.
and picks up all their
And
stuff.
might.
The only thing is, sadly, there were two individuals in the party, I can't remember which two, that had horses and saddlebags.
That was me and
Oh,
Theoden.
Okay, you were
Yeah,
dating. That
yeah.
means there was 500 gold total in the two saddlebags, 250 each.
Gone.
So whatever your gold total was, you got to minus 500 each, because unfortunately those horses and those saddlebags are gone. But other than that, you can add everything. I need Sirach to make what kind of a roll? Just make I guess a wisdom check, not a saving throw. Just take your wisdom modifier, Sirach, and
Alright.
add it to a D20 and let me know. Actually, do me a favor. Do it on might as well do it on here.
Okay.
Curious. I'm gonna open up the app.
God.
What does Sirach roll?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for
Baka's
the.
stealing anything. Swear to God.
Baka, I'm gonna hit you if you steal something.
Sirach, are you in?
Yeah, give me 1
No
second.
problem. Okay, Sirach rolled a 15 plus. What is your wisdom
My
modifier?
wisdom modifier is a +2, so a 17.
A 17. 17. Okay, so I'll say this, Sirach. You collect everything out of the dust and the dirt and everything, and you believe that you have everything in your possession. You to the best of your memory, everything that you own is now on your person. To the best of your memory.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Hey, Pia,
Yep.
can you cast Fireball?
It's really hot in the desert, just to give you a heads up.
Actually, I
Hey,
can't
it'll
right
boost
What
his
he's
now.
trying to make
fireball.
us die
Just-
from a heat stroke?
No, I'm just going to get rid of Baka like that.
I actually can't
Next-
right now after a long rest. I
Evasion.
Okay,
think.
let
Good
me
luck.
see some. I'm gonna roll.
Okay. I hope
Can I
he
have-
took the
can I-
book and he
can-
just gets stuck in it again.
Can I have Pia and Theoden make a perception check, just really quickly?
Perception.
Let me know what you get.
16.
11.
Okay. Just curious if either one of you noticed something, which neither one of you did.
guessing
with
we
those
did
two
not.
rolls. You did not. Not
Give
with
me
a
that nat
16 or
20
an
to
11.
notice.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. Okay. So
Where's my pencil?
never fear, Sirach. I promise you that every so often, at least once a day, I will give you another opportunity, wisdom saving throw, just to remember what may or may not be on your person at the moment and go, oh shit, where is it? But at the moment, it does not cross your mind. So let's move on from this. Where are you guys headed?
So, Chris, can I add that to my inventory?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, okay.
Wow.
Inventory? Who's talking about inventory?
my bag. Or
I don't know what you're talking about.
okay.
Wow.
So
Ooh.
What is this place
That
south
sucks,
of the?
vodka.
What is this place south of the island? Icesteed,
Icosted.
Icosted. Excuse
It
me.
goes stead.
Icosted. You'd know very little about that city. Obviously,
You
don't.
know
this,
nothing about that.
well,
city.
yeah. To put it politely, yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
It would take you, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It would take you 10 days of travel to get.
You know what? Pia wants to do it. Theoden's in.
Let's do it. What the hell? We
Let's
know
do
nothing
it.
about
Fuck it.
What? Where? Wait, what?
Don't
They
worry.
wanna go-
about it.
They want to go south to the city of Icosted on the map. It's the the southernmost point, and it would take
Is
approximately
that water
10
below
days.
it? Because my map doesn't show blue. There.
That's water below it. Yes.
Okay. I object.
So is this world like flat?
Well, you believe it is.
Cool.
When you stare at the horizon,
Have
it
you been to
looks
space?
flat.
Can you tell it's a sphere?
We can ask Baylor
You-
later.
You've never met Copernicus, so you probably think it's flat, but I'm not really sure.
I say we go. All in
You know
favor?
what? How about this?
I don't want to
Uh,
go.
Pia, make a wisdom check really quickly.
Okay.
Go wisdom check.
Nope. 6.
A 6. You believe that the world is flat.
Excellent.
Yeah. All right.
Um,
So where are you guys headed?
can I make a persuasion check on heading to Hona?
You cannot persuade. The only way you can persuade other players to go certain places is by your gift of gab. You can't win a roll and force other players
All
to go
right.
somewhere.
Well, Theoden and I are in.
Jackass.
Where's the rock?
Don't want to go deeper into the desert. With those
Why do you want to
supplies.
go? Why do you guys
We'll
want to
be
go down there?
fine.
Because we know nothing about it. And
Jacob
you
just
know,
wants to explore.
Yeah. What the hell?
Good enough reason for me.
Could-
There
I mean,
you
I
go.
I don't know how
Fuck
safe
Baka,
it
let's
is,
go.
But you know,
We can go down to Ecosted and then we can backtrack to that island afterwards.
yeah.
Fine, let's go.
I'm game.
Okay. All right. So let's handle it since there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares representing 2 days of travel on foot each. We'll do it 2 days at a time. During the travel, the first 2 days on foot, who's keeping watch during those first 2 days? Who's going to make the perception check?
I'll do one.
Go roll that perception check. Let me know what you get. Add your perception modifier. Okay.
11.
11. So you travel those two days, and according to let me just see what the date is, just to keep track of that as well. 4/12. So then that would make it 4/14. 4/14. 2 days later, real quick. You're traveling mostly at night because it's cooler at night. Well, let me ask you a quick question. In that first day, do you guys attempt to rest in the desert? Like set up camp and rest?
I
No.
think we'd have to.
Right? In order to get like a long rest to
Yeah,
replenish like
probably
spell
should.
slots and things?
Yeah, I want my health and shit.
Keep in mind, it not only is it full 100% health, but also if you don't set up a camp and rest, then you run the risk of, if you fail a Constitution
Dehydration.
saving throw, you run the risk of exhaustion penalty.
Yeah.
So the problem is that when you try to set up a long camp that first night on the 13th, you begin to feel that rumble under the ground that reminds you of those giant scorpions that had come up to the surface and attacked you. Do you still, even though you feel that rumbling, you still attempt to make camp?
Let's get out of here, guys.
What time is it?
Those scorpions fucked us up good. We should definitely bounce.
Oh, fuck.
Some of us fought the scorpions more than others.
Yeah.
You feel the vibrations in the
Yeah.
earth,
I
the
fight
sand is
smart,
shaking.
not stupid like y'all.
You fight like a bitch.
So you're going to
You
continue.
only live because you're dwarven constitution.
So you're going to continue moving and traveling?
That's it, baby. That's all
Yeah.
you need.
Yeah, let's not
all
stick
right.
around.
Well, the good news is there is good news. If you travel at night and you travel during the day, you're actually going to take, more distance in less time. So, but unfortunately, everyone has to make a Constitution saving throw. So roll whatever your Constitution saving throw is, roll a d20 and add that modifier.
Fuck.
Let me know what the number is.
App
10.
thing or no?
10 total, even with your Constitution modifier?
Yeah.
Okay, so you rolled a 10. Anybody else?
Oh,
18.
18,
21.
21? What? I couldn't hear you.
4.
Okay. Everyone except for Pia
Oh my god.
goes through it just fine because the
Yes.
number that you needed was 10 or higher.
Uh,
Unfortunately, Pia looks very sluggish. It looks like the heat and exhaustion is getting
That
to him.
blue skin, man.
Okay.
The heat absorbs really well.
Uh, Pia, you officially have one level of exhaustion. So what that means is that until you have the opportunity to have a full rest of 8 hours uninterrupted by scorpions or otherwise, your ability checks are at disadvantage, all ability checks. So it's
Oof.
one of yeah, so you have to keep that in mind. So I'm gonna write that down. One
Oh shit.
Pia. I'll put E1.
he's gonna
So-
remember Pia.
Chris,
Yeah,
I'd like to just carry my cat because he did make it through the portal with us.
absolutely.
Carry him through the desert.
No problem. Your
Did
cat
he?
is the yes, he did. Absolutely did.
And try to teach him stuff.
Absolutely. Do
My
what
dog is
be,
gone.
your,
Long
your dog. You have not seen your dog yet,
I know.
What was I
unfortunately.
trying to-
So now, what specifically were you trying to?
I was
teach?
working on a fetch before, and I was like halfway through that.
Let's work
so I'm
on
gonna-
that. Give me an animal handling check on the fetch command.
16 plus 19.
19. With the 19 working basically on 2 separate occasions, you think you have the fetch command down pretty solid. You're pretty confident that you can get
Nice.
the cat to fetch something small for you if you point at it and whisper a specific command. So now, let's forget that for a second. So let's say we got 1 day of travel. So in order to work this out, we would need a total of 3 meals a day times 5 people is 15 meals. How are we going to burn these 15 meals based on the Theoden doesn't have any. So where are we going to take these 15 meals from as far as
Vodka
ration
has the
count?
most.
Aiden doesn't strike me as a guy to prepare very well.
Say that again.
Nothing.
We can take at least 10 from me.
Okay, so if we take 10 from Sirach's down to 31,
I'll throw in 5 from me.
31, and Baka's down to 41. Okay. Now, in order to boost the rations, did those of you that have special survival techniques want to try to supplement, food in the desert? I have to warn you though, the DC is going to be very high because the desert is harsh and unforgiving, and you don't exactly see animals running around. So
I'll try.
Not a good hunter.
Okay,
and
I
so-
was just say I hunt and desert is a favored terrain of mine.
So I will give. They would be at disadvantage. So I'm going to give you.
So
I'm going to give you a
natural.
straight. I'm going to give you a straight roll.
Straight roll.
Straight
I'm
roll for Sirach.
I'm at disadvantage.
Yes, but you're at disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay.
So give it a roll. Disadvantage roll for
I'm
Baka.
not even gonna roll again. Natural 1.
Natural 1. You can't find worms even. There's like nothing.
How am I gonna find worms in the desert? Damn it.
Good question.
Sirach
But you
didn't do much
didn't,
better.
So it doesn't
What do you
matter.
get?
7.
7. You guys couldn't find anything to supplement. All right. So let's see.
And I look for
we'll-
like a cactus to eat.
Why not? I'll give you at disadvantage.
It's
Okay.
the quenchiest.
4 plus.
4 plus your survival skill. What is your
Yeah,
survival?
6.
No, not even. You see like an emaciated cactus that it's got so many spikes and things on it that you wouldn't even know what to do with it. It almost looks like it's not even edible. That thing honestly looks like it could eat you. So
Let's
all
stay
right,
away from that.
yeah. So you travel for another day south in the direction of the marking on the map that's Ikasted. And let's say we get to the 15th. Let's go with everybody make are you going to attempt to rest at the end of the following let's say you travel straight through the night of the 14th going into the 15th, and at morning you're exhausted, everyone's exhausted. Pia looks particularly tired. It's so hot, it's ridiculous.
Just give him a Red Bull.
Yeah, right. If
Yeah.
the equivalent of a Red Bull. I need everyone. Either you're going to attempt to do a long rest, or you're going to try to go another day without rest.
I think we need a long rest, honestly.
Yeah. Set up camp.
When you
Yeah.
try to set up camp, you feel that familiar
Oh, fuck.
vibration.
They're
of-
following us.
They seem to be. You don't even need a perception check to realize that. It seems like the ones that you didn't kill.
Whose brilliant
Bro-
idea
yeah,
was
so
this?
so
Go
are still
south.
following you. So you can attempt to rest.
Still follow us north.
You can.
Nah,
you
we
can,
got a desert north.
you can attempt to rest if you so choose, or you can continue to travel towards Ecostate.
We got no choice. Let's go. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Oh
So
my
everyone
God.
needs to make another, including Pia, another exhaustion roll. I need a Constitution saving throw, please. You're looking to beat a 10.
Fuck.
What'd you roll?
7.
7. You have 1 point of one level of exhaustion, Theoden.
I rolled a 10.
You rolled a 10. You are still at one
Oh,
level of exhaustion.
you're such a liar.
It's
Swear to
10 is.
God.
I think it's gonna lie. I think
I
you
got
lie
a
with a
10.
natural 20.
I
10.
got it.
Sirach,
See that? It's an
11.
11.
So,
So
Oh,
at the
shit.
moment, Sirach and Baka seem to be handling the extreme heat of the desert, trudging
We're
through the
survivalists.
sand. But
True.
both Theoden looks like he really needs to take off his metal armor because he just looks like he's drained like a
I'm not
raisin.
taking it off.
Absolutely. You're trudging through the sand.
We're gonna
and
have some crispy dwarfs soon.
and while Pia doesn't look so good, he's hanging on for dear life. So the two of you have one level of exhaustion.
How far are we from this?
You
East
are
Homestead?
let's see. You travel 2 squares as of
Oh
right
my god,
now.
we still got 3
You
squares.
need 3 more squares to get to Ecosted. 3 more.
We're gonna have to take a
Okay.
break, guys.
So now let's do the food again. There's 15 days worth of food that needs
Oh
to
my
be
God.
consumed.
Yeah, I'll give all 15. It's
All
fine.
15. So Baka, if you give all 15, I'm thinking that gets you down to what, 26? 41 to 26?
26, yeah.
Okay. 26. So you guys are well fed.
Fuck.
How about those survivalist rolls? Baka, you
Yeah, I'd
roll
like to try again.
at disadvantage, and Sirach rolls with a straight roll, looking for supplementing for food.
I got 15.
15. What did Sirach get?
13.
13. Because of the harshness of the desert, neither one of you find any food to supplement your rations.
Can
Now
I
we're
ask for
on
another
stocks.
cactus?
Not even a desert mouse.
Not a desert mouse, not a snake, not a tiny scorpion infant, nothing. Basically, it's just dry and dusty and devoid of all life, except for the occasional vibration under the ground. Now you're on to day 3. Day 3, which means it's the 3rd square.
Fuck.
Do you decide to rest?
Guys, should we just rest?
Maybe they want to be
Uh,
friends.
I
Yeah.
don't. Um,
Well, we don't feel the rumble yet, right?
Well, when what happens is that when you attempt to set up camp, within a half an hour, you begin to feel the vibration that's familiar that happened to you when you fought the giant scorpions previously. And you do remember that fight being a pretty hairy fight, and there's no reason to
Yeah.
expect that it wouldn't be hairy again. So I'm just going to warn you. I'm just saying that,
All right,
know.
let's keep going. Fuck it.
Okay.
it seems like as much as you guys are interested in eating, the scorpions are also interested in eating, only they want to eat you guys. So,
Dirty bitch.
all right.
Heard gnome tastes good.
Okay, so we're on to the 3rd day. Let's see, 3rd day. I need checks, Constitution saving throws for exhaustion.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What'd you roll?
A 2
A 2.
Oh.
2 plus what's your Constitution? Like 4?
plus 3.
Plus 3 is a 5. So Theoden has 2 levels of exhaustion. I'll tell you
Oh,
what that means in a
man.
Oh
second.
no, you're probably gonna move at half
What
speed now.
did PR roll?
hang on, I'm sorry. My
No.
desk got kind of messy here for a
No
second.
problem.
Chris,
No.
I got a 15.
15 you pass.
Well,
Son
actually,
of a
Sirach.
bitch.
9.
9.
All right.
So Sirach has 1 level of exhaustion. 1 level exhaustion, again, as a reminder, means simply that you have a disadvantage on ability checks.
Dirty
Disadvantage.
20.
Dirty 20. So you staying at 1. So we've got Pia and Sirach at level 1 of exhaustion, meaning disadvantage of ability checks. Theoden is at level 2, and level 2 is. I don't want to screw you, so let me look at the.
We're more than we're already being screwed.
Let's see.
Jacob,
What?
Okay.
why did you go south? Why did
Now
you say that?
Hey, you guys listen to me and agree.
here's the unfortunate. The unfortunate thing is that the second level of exhaustion means that speed is halved,
Oh
which
shit.
means regardless of whether or not you rest or not. Remember how I said there were 3 days knocked down out of the 10-day journey?
Yeah.
It was they're added back on. Now it's going to take another 1, 2, 3, 4 days.
We need
Because
to
it
take
would have taken 2 more days to get to Ecostead, but you can only move as fast as the slowest member, and right now he's dragging ass so heavy that it's going to take you an additional 4 days to get to Ecostead.
Oh my
because
god.
the heat is just too much. It's too much.
We need to talk
A
about this.
fat
guys.
belly.
Okay,
Die
before
here,
we
aren't you?
talk
This is
before
the
we
end.
talk about this, we need to take into consideration those 15 days of rations for day 3. Who's gonna
I'll give it all 15 this time.
So 29 minus 15 is 14 rations left. Day 3's food is taken up. Sirach, roll a straight roll for your survival to see if you can hunt for food in the desert.
Disadvantage.
And disadvantage for Baka.
Well,
Just
if all of
double.
my skills are disadvantaged, do I technically roll disadvantage?
Yes, thank you so much. It's hard for me to keep track of everything. Thank you for your honesty. We'll
Yeah.
make that roll a disadvantage.
That's confusing because you gave me disadvantage on advantage to.
Yeah. But the point is that your ability. This is kind of like an ability check. It should be a disadvantage.
Chris,
Yeah.
Can I look
17.
for another cactus?
19 actually.
19. Unfortunately, in the desert, you needed a 20, and you're not getting it. Then that 17 that Baka got again is not a 20, so you unfortunately didn't find anything. That same 20 goes for you, Pia, in looking for natural flora and fauna like a cactus to possibly eat.
And mine are at disadvantage as well.
Disadvantage, and you had to roll a 20. Unfortunately, what'd you roll?
My first roll was a nat 20, and my second one was actually an 18.
Unfortunately, it's
plus
18 plus
2.
what? 18 plus 2? Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
18 plus 2. I'll tell you what. Roll a d6.
Okay. 3.
Okay, you find an edible plant that adds 3 quote unquote meals to your rations. So your rations goes from 14 to 17.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So listen, these guys are looking like crazy. They're the ones that are skilled in the desert, and you are the one that finds the edible plant. Go for it. All right. So
Can we take a ration count, guys?
I'll tell you
15.
exactly what you have. Pia has 17, Sirach has 31, Baka has 26.
All right.
So you do have enough food. Most likely you have enough food to get to Ecostead. That's not going to be an issue. The issue is going to be exhaustion, whether or not you can make
The
it.
issue is whether or not we're gonna make
Aaron's
it.
dying over here.
Fuck, are we gonna do?
All right. So let me make a roll for something. Hold on.
Shit.
Oh, okay.
Okay, he says.
Give me 1 second. Okay. That's interesting.
He's getting
like
his
it.
monster book out, guys.
I like it.
I don't like this.
All right. So,
I'm ditching you all. I don't have exhaustion.
all right.
How's that different than normal? You always run away.
Should have just.
I
left
usually
it
come back
here.
for you guys. This time I'm not coming back though.
You come back when the fight's over.
That's definitely not true.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Okay.
I don't
So
know what you're talking about. I let Sirach die once, and then kind of again. If
That
it
was an
wasn't for
octopus,
Theoden.
and you couldn't kite shit.
So a few hours ago, some of the desert ground began turning into flatland with slight vegetation, which probably was the reason why Pia was able to find something that was edible in the ground. It's still extremely hot and dry. On the edge of where you're standing, in the far distance, you notice what you think. I mean, it could be a mirage because you guys you've run out of water. You're doing your best to make the food stretch. You're trudging through the sand for days with no sleep. You're probably hallucinating, but you think you see a house in the distance surrounded what looks like a small livestock farm. It kind of looks like a log cabin, which doesn't make sense because you're on the edge of the desert. How could there be a log cabin? But that's what you see. It's very far away, hard to make out details.
You said a log cabin?
It sort of looks like a log cabin.
Like a, okay.
You guys
Yeah.
want me to go search?
Is it in the direction?
It's
of
in
where
the
we're going
direction
anyway?
of. It's in the direction that you're going anyway.
And how
So-
far away is it?
Maybe it's
We don't know.
maybe 2 or 3
Like, just-
football fields. Maybe
Oh,
if,
it's not
if you
bad.
figure maybe like 200-300 yards, 600 feet. You know,
All right, yeah, Baka, go in there.
Stealth
make a
over.
stealth check.
in the desert.
Well, I mean, listen,
stealth
I'll
in
tell you
the
what, you got to
desert.
realize that because you're in the desert and there's really nothing to hide behind in a bright sunny day, you got to give me that stealth at disadvantage.
course,
But
of
there's
course.
really nothing there to begin with that would be looking for him anyway.
22.
True, but the reason why it's disadvantage because I know that he's probably going to roll an at 20 anyway. With
I rolled
got-
a 10. 10
what
plus 12.
what is your stealth bonus? Just out of
It's
curiosity.
plus 12.
He's at a plus
Plus
12,
12,
so
that's-
I almost have to do disadvantage basically for everything just for him to roll like a 10. So
I got a 10 plus 12, 22.
yeah, 22. So you stealth along. Obviously, you burrow a hole in the sand and basically tunnel underneath. Anyway, no, you don't.
What am I, a worm?
Okay, Baka, as you
Hey, I saw that,
approach,
Sorok.
you see as you get closer, you get about 100 feet away. You see a small individual about your height, maybe a little taller, about 4 feet tall. He's standing in front of a tree. Okay, one of the first trees you've seen in a long time, actually, and his back is to you. And I'm saying he only because he has a bald head and pale white skin, and he has really big ears. That's all you can really tell from this distance. You do see that he has a sword in a scabbard on his back, and that he's holding something in front of him, but that's all you can see from this distance.
Kill him.
And just to give you a
Fuck 'em
heads
up.
up, the house is definitely a log cabin. It's very small. And you see, surrounding the house, there's like a wheat field. It looks like it's half fucking dead, but the bottom line is an attempt to plant some agricultural. And there's a couple of
Wow.
pigs in the backyard and a chicken. So there is some livestock like barking around.
Well,
what would you like to
since-
do?
I remember that time where there was that supposed witch with the floppy hat, and I
Mhm.
attacked her right off the bat, and she was actually a good person. I'm gonna do diplomacy this time and talk to this person instead
Okay.
of
Shocked.
Okay,
attacking.
so what are you gonna say or do?
I'm gonna
He's a
say
changed man.
it's a guy, right? It's a
You believe because it's got a bald head, you assume that it's male.
okay.
Make
I'm
that
gonna say
mistake.
I'm gonna lift out my hands, but just be ready, just in case anything happens.
Okay.
And say hello.
He spins around, he drops what he was holding, and from this distance, without a roll, you can tell what it was. He takes the sword out of his scabbard and he points it at you and goes, he appears to be an albino goblin. He is male. He's a goblin with pale
what?
skin. And you see that there's from this distance, there's a grave at the base of the tree. And there's a frog sitting on his shoulder.
Oh, what?
Right? And he's pointed at it, he says, you stand right there. I'm no pushover. I'll give you a run for your money. I'm retired, but this ain't my first rodeo, buddy.
That's great. And my friends and I, they're farther back. We've been traveling through the desert. We're getting
You
chased
keep an eye
by-
on him, Terry. Keep an eye on this guy.
Okay. We're getting chased by scorpions, so we haven't had a chance to rest. I was wondering if we could rest at your property and then continue on the next
Whoa,
tomorrow.
You're not here by yourself?
I got a couple of jackasses up a little bit.
You tell him to come out of hiding. Come out of hiding. I need
They're-
to see you.
They're pretty far away.
Do we
I-
hear that?
Yeah, you guys hear it.
All right, I'm step forward.
Sure.
Okay, he sees you come up
ain't
over the
scared.
fence. Okay, so do you guys walk forward?
I'm walking, baby.
Yep.
You got to understand that visitors are not common in these parts. What's your name?
I'm
No,
gonna look around and
I'm
say I can
Baka.
imagine.
What's your name,
name's
friend?
Baka. Baka. My name's Chowder.
Chowder.
Chowder. So
With
listen.
the accent.
All right. So there's a lot of you. Jeez, you guys look like shit. Oh my god. Have you
Thank you.
guys? Ooh, you smell too. Jesus.
That's
All right. Well, and what's your name, dwarf? Dwarf, you look the worst.
Son of Erithol.
Son of a son. Listen, I don't care who your father was, but so your name's Theoden. What about you, blue guy? The guy with the horns. What's your name?
Name is Nog.
Nog? Nog?
Nog the Great.
Nog the Great. And elf with the silver hair. What's your name? Sirach. Okay. Well, you guys look kind of like shit. Do me a favor, Baka. Make a roll of persuasion at advantage. Persuasion at
Yay.
advantage.
Ooh, 19 plus
Okay.
something.
No, well, 19 plus is what you
It's
definitely.
22.
22, you definitely passed. So he's like, all right, my name's Chowder. That's not my name. When I was in the army, they said that my skin was the color of chowder soup, so I kind of liked it, so I kept it. Like I said, when was the last time you guys slept? Hey, keep an eye
I
on
don't
them,
even
Terry.
It's
remember.
been like 3 days.
3
Is the
days.
frog's name Terry
Yeah. How
with a
did you?
T?
Well, you guys know that this the frog. My frog's name is Terry.
I knew a Terry once.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. Terry's gonna grow up big and strong. Keep an eye on him, Terry.
Okay.
All right. So, by the
Terry,
way,
you want to meet my cat? What the fuck's his name?
Don't
Tora?
kill the cat.
I think you
Oh,
should
we
keep
could've
that
killed the
cat away. Keep that cat away from Terry, because
Yeah.
Terry's fierce. He'll eat that
Don't
cat.
bother Terry.
Okay. I don't want Tora to
All
get
right.
eaten.
Dude, don't eat the cat. Okay, cats are your friend. Don't eat cats. So
Could
now,
have eaten the cat.
just to give you guys a heads up as far
But
as
he
what you
will.
see, the thing that was in his hand was a bouquet of flowers that dropped on the ground. And there was a grave at the base of the tree that does not have a marking on it. He invites you inside the house. He says, "Hey, listen, if you guys want to crash for a little while, the door's open. You know, you seem like trustworthy enough people. Besides, I don't get visitors. There's no place for you to sleep. You'd have to honestly sleep on the floor, but
That's
it's relatively
completely okay.
safe. You guys
I'm gonna
okay
say
with that?
I'm sorry for your loss there, and I'm gonna.
Oh, well, thank you,
You don't give a
David.
shit.
He's that was my wife. She passed 6 months ago. I appreciate the condolences, but
Oh.
it's been 6 months. We were gonna retire. We bought this plot of land so that we would live here in my retirement, but apparently, I guess it wasn't meant to be. There's no reason to leave the land. It's mine now, so I guess I'm gonna be next to us someday. But anyway, I'm bringing the mood down. That's not necessary. Go inside, find a spot on the floor. I don't have any extra pillows. I'm sorry. Just make yourself as comfortable as you can. I'll bring in some water for you guys so that you can get your thirst taken care of. So do you guys go into his little log cabin?
Yes,
ask
but
him
I'm
a
gonna
question
ask.
first?
I'm gonna say, do you have anything to bring the mood up?
Oh my god.
While he's contemplating trying to figure out what you're talking about, what did you say, Pierre?
I have a question.
Sure. Now, while he's looking at Theoden with squinted eyes, he turns his attention towards Pierre.
Do you know anything about Ecosted?
I got to be completely honest with you, Mr. Tiefling man. You look like you're about to pass out. Don't you think you need a nap first? We could.
You
But,
look
I
a
mean-
little frail.
I mean, I'm not looking to insult you. You're kind of
Oh,
tall
no,
and
I
you are a
always look
good-looking
like
guy.
this.
I'm not
Oh,
saying
thank you.
you're
Yeah.
very handsome.
I'm gonna nudge him.
I've never seen skin that smooth before. It's kind of
You wanna
eerie.
touch it?
No, I don't
He
want to
rubs
touch it. I'm just saying
cow's milk into it.
you're better looking than my wife was. I'm not
Oh,
kidding.
You want me to move in?
No, just
Maybe we'll have a place to stay.
Helen's
I
gonna be upset with you.
I promise I won't, do anything crazy to you while you sleep. I'll leave you unmolested, I promise. But the bottom line
You're
is
welcome to molest him.
Oh, well, thank you very much for your permission. I'm assuming
He
you
starts
guys
to blush.
I'm assuming you guys are together. Are you guys together?
Oh yes, of course.
It's interesting. Listen, I won't. I listen. I'm into polyamorous relationships myself. Now that I'm a widower, I do all kinds of things. It's very lonely in the desert. Let me tell you.
Oh, I'm sure. It's
It sure is.
you, Terry, and the scorpions.
Don't mess, Terry. Don't take any offense to that comment. They meant nothing by it, Terry. I just want you to know. Well, I'll leave that story for after you guys have slept.
Okay.
So, your question has been noted, Jacob. I promise you I will get back to that question. But you personally are so exhausted. Even if you have the idea in your head, it's one of those deals where you want to go to sleep. You are fucking shot. What were you gonna say?
I was
Saps?
gonna ask if I could do an insight check about what he's told us about his situation.
Absolutely, insight
Gotcha.
check. Absolutely.
Oh, that's smart. Actually, I didn't even think of that.
Well, Matt, our rolls would have been next to useless.
15.
Anyway.
15.
I gotta go buy new dice. This is
So I
ridiculous.
roll a 15. There's nothing about him that he seems very sincere. The only thing that is not sincere is perhaps that his frog is any danger to you, because it's a fucking frog. I mean, he might be fibbing about the danger level of the frog. But other than that, I mean, he seems pretty straightforward. He doesn't seem to give you any kind of vibe like he's full of shit or he's dangerous. Seems like, honest. So do you guys take an 8 hours uninterrupted rest
I'm going to.
We should still
one?
keep watch.
Who's keeping watch?
I'll keep watch since I
You keep the first watch. Does somebody want to keep the second watch so that he can get a couple hours sleep?
Well, it can't be PR. PR's dying.
PR, you really need to rest. Sirach,
Yeah.
what about you?
All right.
Yeah, I'll take a second watch.
All right, fine. But having the two of you split a watch is, and I'll say that Harry takes the third watch, means that 3 hours each.
Finally.
You guys basically are able to rest enough. Where let me just put the date at 4/17, the morning of 4/17. So say 6 a.m. 4/17. You get 100% of your hit points back, all of your spell slots back, and your exhaustion is gone. You guys feel like $1,000,000 when you finally do wake up. But one thing I want to say is that I would like Baka, who is falling asleep, even though he said he's going to keep watch. I want you to make a perception check at disadvantage because you're very groggy. Disadvantage perception check.
Roll 1.
Nat 1, baby.
Wow, they're rooting for you, Baka.
14.
14. Okay, I would say with a 14, that's enough. While you're on the process of passing out, you notice that at some point during, the rest of them are literally within 5 minutes, they conk out. They're snoring loudly. They're asleep. Chowder doesn't look like he's sneaking around or anything, but you notice that he goes over to the part of the floor and lifts up the floorboards. And there's like a kind of like a basement or something and a stairwell that goes down. He lifts it up and shuffles his way with Terry down the steps. And you see him disappear from the first level to some sort of underground something or other.
Can I stealth in behind him?
Yes, you can. Make a stealth roll. And I will make a perception check for him.
Good luck with that. 27.
Oh, dude, you literally could be crawling 5 inches behind him. He has no idea you're there.
Chris, you need to start giving yourself advantage on these rolls.
No, it's cool. It's cool. It's
Sorry,
cool.
I expect my characters.
No, listen, no, it's part of the broken nature of being a rogue. If you want it, the point is you get to sneak around and see things that with no consequences. It's fine. It's kind of like an underground refrigerator. Like it's not a refrigerator because obviously refrigerators don't exist, but it's like, I guess they put meats and cheeses and other types of like foodstuffs under the ground because it's cooler.
Root cellar.
Like there we go. What is it called?
A root cellar.
It is a root cellar. I love it. Down those steps, maybe one level.
The rock coming through.
Yes, the rock's coming through. He has basically an entire room filled with dried meats and cheeses and stuff that's basically being preserved down there. And he's collecting things. Basically, like you would assume that he's probably going to prepare for some meal for you guys when you wake up. Again, that's your assumption.
I don't see anything else suspicious, do I?
Make a perception check. It's good question. You never know.
21.
21, you don't see anything suspicious. And I know you're curious with the perception check. You also, you theoretically could probably steal food from him if you wanted to, but other than food, you don't find anything of value.
No, I've seen enough. I'm gonna head back up to my spot.
You make another stealth check.
35.
Natural 1.
You rolled a natural 1.
No
Nice.
way.
Thank you for your honesty.
Oh my god.
As you're very carefully going up the steps, you step on one of the steps that has a kind of like a weakness in it that causes it to creak. Every old house has that. And he turns around and goes, you sneaky rogue, you. Sneaky rogue.
I was sorry.
You see,
I saw you up. I was just seeing what's up.
Let me tell you something. I knew you were there the whole time. The whole time I knew you were there.
I know. Terry told you, didn't he?
Yes, that's a good boy. Yes, a good boy. It's a good boy. Be good. Don't keep that poison tongue away from him. All right. Just go, dude. Go to sleep. It's
All right,
you've been
I'm sorry.
exhausted. It's fine.
I was
Yeah.
checking. You know,
All
we
right.
don't know you exactly, but we appreciate everything.
No, it's
We're in
true. It's
his
true.
house.
It makes true. It's okay. You know, I understand. You've been out on the road for many, many days. You figured maybe I got like a troll down here in chains. It's possible. I've seen lots of things in my days as being a veteran, so I understand.
I'm sure.
All right, dude, go to bed,
All right, man.
and I'll take care of. I'm gonna have some food ready for you guys when you wake up. So.
All right. Appreciate it.
You breeze through Sirach's 3 hours and Harry's 3 hours, and you wake up refreshed to like literally a kind of where is it? It's like almost like a 3-course meal that this guy's prepared for you guys. The first meal is basically mead with cool, clean water, and also dried meats, cheeses, olives, and fresh baked bread. The second course is roasted pig with mashed potatoes and butter with candied yams. And then the last course is a platter of fresh fruit that's been drizzled with honey. And you guys eat to you haven't had a meal like this, honestly, even like the last time you were in a tavern, it wasn't this good. So he says basically while you guys, it's for a few hours sitting and eating, he's like, hey, I've been retired for about 2 years. It's boring as hell here. Guys, tell me a war story. Tell me about something you've seen. Like just please, this is the only entertainment I got.
You could tell him about the time we defended that city. Flitwick, I think.
You defended a city? What city?
It was called Flitwick.
Flitwick.
Yeah.
I never been to Flitwick. What kind of
Me
city
and
is it?
PR's home.
Oh, okay. They got goblins in Flitwick?
There's a few.
Okay. That's not so bad. I noticed that in the West, they're a little more tolerant towards the I would call us the uglier of the races. I think that's a subjective
would
thing
say so
because I'm
myself.
very handsome personally, and the tiefling guy over here, they would call him one of the uglier of the races. But as far as I'm concerned, he's a
Right,
good-looking
right.
guy. So it's very subjective. But the bottom line is, I think in the West they're a little more tolerant towards like the hobgoblins and the gnolls and the ogres and whatever. I'm speaking too much. Please continue, Mr. Gnome. I'm sorry. You were talking about Flitwick.
Well, I think PR and
Yeah?
Dayton could tell a story better than I can.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying. I mean, what kind of action have you guys seen? I mean, it's been a long time for me.
Well, the Order of the Gauntlet tried to attack Flitwick, and that is Theoden and I's home.
Why are you mentioning that without
town.
knowing their allegiance?
So defended Flitwick in spectacular fashion.
Nice.
Yes.
You know, it's funny you mentioned one of the four factions because what a fucking mess this has been since the king got overthrown. I mean, it used to be the king used to basically keep the roads clear. People used to be able to like hunt and fish with no interruptions. Now you got these 4 factions running around fighting each other all the time over like they're trying to steal from you like they're gangs. It's ridiculous. So I mean, you guys look like law-abiding guys. So, but I'm sure you must have come across stuff like that. So, but of course. Now, come on, more war stories. Tell me some more stories. Tell me some who.
Well,
fought
it was
what?
a pain in the ass getting over here.
Well, yeah, I can imagine. Did you see the scorpions?
Oh, a few.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, there's a secret to that. What you need to do is you need to take fresh garlic, and you need to bury the fresh garlic in a perimeter around the sand, and it's like a natural repellent for the scorpions. They just don't like the scent of it.
That's
It can't
incredible.
do
How,
anything.
how did you find that
Got it.
out?
Trial and error, my friend. Trial and error. It's a good boy. That's a good boy.
Can I
Are you
insight
hungry?
check that?
Absolutely. Go for it.
Thank God someone's doing it.
Nope, that's no good. 13.
13. I mean, it's you don't see. He seems honest. I mean, the closest you can come to some kind of confirmation is that maybe he thinks he's telling the truth. Maybe it doesn't work, but he believes it. I guess.
Okay.
You know. What happened to your camera?
I was.
Oh, there
fixing
we go.
something,
Perfect.
sorry.
Perfect. No, it's cool. It's cool. I was just afraid that we lost you.
Oh no.
So another story. What about the city of Dorai? Well, there's
Oh boy.
something
Dorai.
crazy. It was almost apocalyptic. What happened to it?
Whoa, this sounds exciting. Tell me.
Yeah. So there's this evil gang called Orcish Revenge, and They released
Ooh.
some kind of cursed magic that
I
turned
gotta be
civilians.
honest with you. The name of that band sounds kind of racist to me, but that's
Yeah,
just. I mean, I don't mean to be too politically correct, but orcish revenge. You think they could have picked something a little, as if every orc needs to get revenge? I mean, what is that about? I mean, come on. Anyway, I'm sorry. I interrupt. Go for it.
No worries. Hey, and they released some kind of curse that turned the civilians of Dorai into kind of fiends, and when one fiend
Ooh.
killed another civilian, they turned into a fiend. It was-
Yeah.
They ran over the city, and the queen, this old lady, she had crushed the city in this giant bubble.
Oh my goodness. That
And
sounds.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
that's the end of Dorai.
Oh boy. You mean the city is no longer standing?
Nah,
No
the city
longer there.
doesn't even exist.
It's just
So
a
Not
this-
even its
wall.
remnants.
So this queen, what race was this queen? Out of curiosity.
I don't remember.
Was
Yeah, I don't
she
remember.
was she an elf by any chance?
I
think
believe so, or
she's
maybe
probably an elf.
Yes, she was.
Emerald Enclave.
Oh, she was an elf from Emerald Enclave, and she showed magical powers.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember
yeah.
what this woman looked like? Do any could
She
describe
was
her?
old and had
Oh.
white hair,
Oh
I
my,
think.
so
you
hard
might
to.
know her.
You see his mood change. You see him get a
shit.
little somber, like a little like he's pausing and he's wondering. It's like he's going through his memory banks of all the shit that he's seen, and something emotional kind of hit him. Like he feels like, and then he takes a deep breath. He takes a
Did you
swig of.
sleep with her?
Lady Cessra.
Lady Cessra. Jesus.
I had it written down.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Small world, huh?
Yeah, it's a small world, let me tell you. Let me tell you.
Tell us,
I gotta
tell us.
tell you, I know I gotta tell you because this is that's in my opinion that's not a good lady. That's
Pick up
not a
your-
good
your-
lady because
Camera.
yeah. That's not a good lady, buddy. Why are you looking up at the ceiling? Why you look at me in my eyes?
That was a mistake.
So, all right. Now at this point, he begins to tell a tale. You could tell that it's something that hit him really hard, and it's something that he's been having trouble getting over since he's retired from the military. I'd like all of you to make a perception check in regards to his apartment. Listen, his house, his abode.
13.
13,
16.
16,
22.
22. I was looking for over 20. What do you got for me, Theoden?
17.
17. Well, I needed a 20 or higher. I got a 22. Baka, I don't know how you would communicate this to the group without basically saying it out loud, because in order to use the earrings, you'd have to whisper or I guess cast a spell using telepathy. You're all sitting at a table together. You notice in the corner an insignia carved into the wall, and it's the insignia of the Zentarum. And do you say anything about the insignia? Do you bring it up?
Not right now.
Not right now. Okay. So he goes. Guys, the last action I seen was 2 years ago. Thereabouts. It would be appropriate that it was my final action and the most memorable. There were thousands of us. 4 factions were on one side. The king and us were on the other side. It was a rough day. They fucking cheated. No honor, especially from that elf bitch. The 4 factions had a leader, this half orc. I don't remember what her name was. She was big, strong, green skin.
Elsa?
No, that doesn't sound right.
Issa?
That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right.
Elsa.
But anyway, it doesn't matter. She was the leader of the 4 factions. She was a half orc. For a half orc, she was hot and also very muscular. The bottom line is she was their leader. And we, on the king side, we had 3 dragons. 3 dragons. Okay? We would have slaughtered them. We would have slaughtered the 4 factions. They knew it. So this half orc, she challenges the king to a champions challenge. So 1-on-1. And whoever wins, the war is over. Nobody has to fight. Nobody has to lose any lives. 1-on-1. They fought King Arlick versus this orc leader of the 4 factions. And King Arlick killed her fair and square. We won. They lost. It was time for them to go home. And then this elf magic bitch from the Emerald Enclave, she casts this spell. I don't know what it was because magic's not my game. A Tarask. You ever hear of a Tarask? Do you guys know
Yeah.
what a Tarask
I have
is?
not.
It's like a.
Well, the reason why I named my little guy here Tarry is because I want him to grow up big and strong like a Tarask. And the truth is I'm not stupid. I know that he never will. He's just a frog. But it's my way of remembering that horrible day that Tarry here is going to grow up big and strong and defend me, because she opens up like well, Tarask is like a myth. It's a monster that can't be killed. She opens up a portal and a Tarask comes running out. It kills 2 of the dragons. The 3rd dragon flies away. It kills thousands of us on the battlefield. It turns around, kills thousands of them, both sides, before disappearing. I'm lucky to be alive. I was maybe one of the few hundred soldiers on the battlefield on either side that lived. And now there's no king, and these 4 idiot factions are running around killing each other. And it was spilt milk. I wish I had never seen it.
So they just don't die.
No, Tarasks are one of the most. I didn't even know that Tarasks were real. I thought they were just like fictional. I thought they were fake. But apparently, this elf bitch, Sesra was her name, decided that it'd be a good idea to cheat. They fought one-on-one, and she lost fair and square. And then she decides to step forward and bring this fucking monster onto the battlefield.
Would you happen to know where we can find her?
Well, I don't know where she is. I mean, you know what? Do me a favor, out of character. I need you to roll a intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
No, intelligence check. I'm sorry, intelligence check.
Intelligence
We're
check.
fucked.
Straight intelligence check.
Just a straight intelligence check.
Fuck you, Baka. You're fucked. I rolled a 7.
7 plus what?
Plus 0.
All right.
He's a plus
Well,
zero.
well,
I knew it. I knew
there
it.
was something that you might have been able to remember, but with a 7, it slips your mind. So, but anyway. So you asked where this Sestra would be. Hey, listen, I know she was wearing the colors of the Emerald Enclave, so your guess is as good as mine, but I would assume that it's in an Emerald Enclave controlled city, but I really don't know. And I don't honestly, I hope I never see her again, because, she, in my opinion, she fucked up this whole fucking world. People want to talk shit about kings and they say they got too much control. But I got news for you. People were happy. You could farm. You could travel. Nobody, there was an open road conflict. Now nobody knows who's in control. It's a big freaking mess. And I'm just glad that I'm retired and I have nothing to do with it anymore. But I don't mean to bring the mood down. It's just that when I heard that name and she said magic, enough power to fold in a city, it put 2 and 2 together, and it's like, oh my God, she's going around causing trouble in another city.
Well,
Can I insight that story?
Yes, you can. Go for it. Yes, you
Yeah.
can. Insight.
13.
13. He's very convincing. You
Hmm.
believe you think he's telling the truth.
Right.
Is there anything else that, while you guys are munching on fresh fruit drizzled in honey, is there anything else that you guys would like to talk about? By the way, by now, I'm assuming all of you have seen the insignia of the Zentarum on his wall.
yeah.
Now that you said it, I have.
Yes. Yes.
I wanted to ask him. I hope this is not too personal question, but I was wondering how your wife passed.
It's not a dramatic story. She waited for me to retire, years for me to get out of the military, and I was finally free of my obligation. And I came back. We bought this plot of land. She was here for 6 months, and she just died of natural causes. I mean, she some sort of like sickness, and it took her. Once she got sick, within a week she was gone, and I've been here by myself since. It was about 6 months ago. It's kind of I guess it's sad, but it's my own fault for re-upping in the military as many times as I did. I should have took
I'll
advantage.
tell you what, my friend,
Yes.
for letting us stay and being so good to us.
Mm.
Once I learn a resurrection spell.
Little late. It's been 6 months.
Well, I don't know. Listen, I appreciate the offer, and I don't really know what's possible as far as divine blessings.
But I think we owe you another visit.
Well,
later
that's very nice of you. No offense. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna keep myself. I'm not gonna be waiting by the door, if you know what I mean. But that's a
No,
very
no.
nice thing for you to say. And I honestly think that you guys are really nice guys. And I'm glad to have the company. And I hope you enjoyed the meal and whatnot. You're welcome. You can't stay here forever, but you are welcome to stay another night and rest if you want. There's no reason for you to run out immediately.
I'm gonna give him a pound, but I'm not gonna give him money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
You were going to ask about Icosted.
Yeah.
Okay. So he says Icosted is kind of like it's an unaligned city as of right now. The last time I was there wasn't a faction in control of Icosted. It's got a museum, it's got some shops.
Do they allow magic there?
I was gonna just ask.
Yeah,
that.
they allow magic there. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a magical person. I don't really dabble in that, but it's, you could be careful of your belongings because there are lots of cutthroats hiding in the shadows like any other city.
My
So
type
just
of people.
keep an eye on your stuff and just, make sure that you keep a watch even if you rent a room in an inn or a tavern, just keep an eye on your stuff and stay awake. Keep one eye open. So do that. But yeah, Ecosted is about 3 days from here. I would say if you bundle up correctly, I'll supplement some of your gear with some wrappings that you can wrap around your faces, which will help prevent you from getting tired. You'll see what I mean. You guys stay tonight. By tomorrow, I'll have
Do you
some
have,
stuff set out for
Do you
you.
have any garlic?
Do you have any spare garlic? Yeah, I was about to.
Well, I mean, I can spare you some garlic. I have some cloves downstairs. That's fine. No problem.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely. It's dangerous out there. It's dangerous. I mean, although I will say to you that at the closer and closer you get to Icosted, the less desert-like it's going to be. This is right at the edge of the Florian Desert, so you should be fine going forward with the attacks. I mean, other creatures could attack you, but the good news is you got more stuff to hunt for, so you have more opportunities to eat some food while you're out there. So, but
So what's it gonna take us like almost 20 days to get to Icosted?
no, it'll take you maybe another 3 or 4 days to travel to Icosted.
Oh, that's not.
Yeah, and you guys don't have exhaustion anymore. You have full hit points, full spell slots, whatnot. So is there any more questions that you guys wanted to anything to talk about, or are we gonna like phase it into like the next day?
Yeah, I just want to like meet with oh God, what's his name? I can't remember his name. The guy, the goblin, one-on-one. And
Sure,
I wanted to
Chowder.
give Chowder. Thank you. And
Yeah.
I wanted to give him an
Wait,
item.
I can't believe you don't remember. It's not my real name. It's my nickname. Somebody, when I was in the
I
military.
remember Terry.
Wait a minute. When I was in the military, they said, "Oh, your skin is you look like corn chowder. You got white skin like corn chowder.
I don't fucking eat corn chowder.
Corn chowder is white. You never had corn chowder's
No.
good. I should have
I
made you
haven't
some
ever
corn
had clam
chowder.
or corn chowder.
Oh my god. Oh, corn chowder's good. Well, anyway, next time
I'll
you
take
come
your word
out
for
to
it.
this, next time you come out to these parts, I'll make you a big bowl of corn chowder. It's very creamy. It's got potatoes. It's got corn in it. It's got clams. Anyway, they said I look like chowder, so I thought it was cute, so I kept the name. But anyway, what can I do for you?
Yeah, I know this.
Is this a private
does-
conversation between
Yeah,
you
this
and
is a
him?
private conversation.
Sure. Do either one of you guys want to make a perception check to try to like overhear?
I'll do it.
You fucks.
Perception.
Can I make a perception to see if there is them?
Ooh.
16.
16. No? No, Sirach?
Yeah, I'll do it.
I no longer feel like having this private conversation.
Wait, did I not make the cut?
You don't know yet.
13.
Oh.
13. Neither one of you roll high enough in order to overhear the conversation.
Oh my
Sorry.
Lord.
Go ahead. Private conversation, Saps. Baka the gnome.
Vodka. Yeah, so I want to tell you.
With
so
chowder.
I appreciate you letting us stay here for the day. My companions were on their last legs. They're quite pathetic, honestly. But I wanted to give you this. I know it doesn't help much now, but maybe in the future. And I'm gonna give him the Precipice of Health. It's the necklace that prevents diseases.
Okay. Well, it's a very nice necklace. What are we going steady now? What is this?
Nah, it's just a thank you for letting us stock up and
You're moving in?
Puts it
and
on. It's very nice. It looks like it's pretty valuable. Thank you very much. I'm honored. You
Okay.
did not have to do this.
It was either
I
that or give it to the dwarf, and I'd rather him just.
You did not have to do this. I think it's very
Yes.
nice that you did this. Are you saying that this has magical properties to it?
Yes, it prevents diseases,
Oh my goodness. Now
especially during
I feel
sex.
more honored. I feel more honored. Thank you very much, Sir Gnome. It's very
You're
nice of you. I'm so glad that little Tarry didn't grow and bite your head off. Good boy. Good boy.
I'm glad he didn't either.
So
Can I make an
anyway.
inside check about that?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Ooh, 21.
Okay. When he says that Tarry's gonna grow and large and powerful and destroy things, he's actually telling the truth when he says that. In other words, he believes
What the fuck?
he believes that someday his frog is going to grow into a monster and become like a Tarask. That's having said that, it does not mean
It's a
that it's
baby
actually.
Tarask.
Having said that, it doesn't mean that that is the truth. When you look at the creature, it looks like a frog to you.
I
You've
kinda
never
wanna
seen
steal
a
it.
more of a frog-like creature than just it's more an issue of he believes it when he says it, when he's saying it.
Yes, but
Sometimes you
since
have
he believes it, it makes me want to steal it now.
no, listen, it's up to you.
You
It'd be
dirty
very hard.
bitch.
Be very hard for you to steal it because it's always on his shoulder. You know?
Good, good.
So it's up to you. You can decide to.
Uh,
So, are you guys going to go to sleep for the following night and wake up the next morning?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
We'll
let's-
leave it-
well,
we'll leave it
before
dawn,
I
I
say
guess, or-
before I say that, is there anything that you guys over the course of that day would like to accomplish? Imagining that the whole day is kind of like a camp day. Is there anything, conversation, any skill that you'd like to work on before we zoom it towards another 24 hours?
reorganize my gear.
Absolutely. Make a wisdom saving throw this time, Sirach. Wisdom saving throw.
In all honesty, I have no idea what happened.
Wisdom saving throw, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. When you look through all your stuff, everything is in place except remember that book that caused all that trouble? You
Mhm.
just now realize that it's missing. You're like, oh shit, I don't have the book.
Oh shit!
It's nowhere
What
to be
happened
seen.
it?
You know, can I do that too?
You absolutely can do that too. Go for it. Make a wisdom saving throw, Theoden.
17.
17, everything is in order. Nothing has been taken from your inventory.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I insinuate that someone took something from Sirach's inventory? I apologize. That's not at all what I'm saying. Just something's missing.
Oh, I get it.
What about you, Pia?
Yeah, why not?
Make a wisdom saving throw to see if you can determine if anything is missing.
19.
Everything is in order. The only person in the group that feels like something is out of place is Sirach, and you can't for the life of you find the book. Or remember, you're trying to remember to yourself, like, did I pick it up in the sand? I might have forgotten to pick it up in the sand. Oh shit, did I leave it in the middle of the desert? That's what you're wrestling right now.
Maybe they kept it. The Order of the Gauntlet.
Well, the point is you're not having this conversation yet because no one said anything to you, Baka. So
Yeah, I'm just throwing it out there, Chris. That's all.
that's true. So,
Mm.
Sirach, is there anything that you'd like to do at the moment?
Well, if I'm missing the book, it's not a big stretch to go question our favorite gnome.
So what would you say?
Hey, Baka,
Hey, what's up, Sirach?
do any reading recently?
No, I'm not much of a
No,
reader.
because you're here. Yeah.
Oh, you can't read. That's right.
Where's? No.
I forgot you were
you
retired.
you seen that book? You know that book that brought you on a nice little vacation.
Oh, that book. No.
Yeah.
I thought you had it.
I did, but I can't seem to find it.
That's not my problem. You was the one who chained it up and took it back.
And I hear this, right?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna put my hand on my mace,
What the fuck? He's so passive aggressive.
but I'm gonna pretend like I'm stretching.
Uh-huh. Can I make a perception check and see that?
Sure,
Like-
go for it.
Okay.
Perception check.
16.
16. I want Theoden to make a performance check.
Performance check.
Performance.
I got an idea.
Ooh. 18 plus.
-2.
Oh, it's -3.
Seriously?
You
Yeah.
feel 18 -3 works out to be a 15. He rolled a 16.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, shit.
so
I know. I gotta be
Baka,
fair. Gotta be fair.
Baka, he's trying to make it out like he's not making a threatening move, but you know a threatening move when you see one. He was trying to fake it, but when he grabbed his mace, he meant business.
While this is all
What
going
the fuck
on,
you looking at, dwarf?
I want to cast a mage hand to go look through his stuff.
No, fuck that.
Yeah, okay, you can do that, but you have to. Mage hand is basically has to do a sleight of hand with your
That's fine.
dexterity. Okay, so
I'll make a
just give me
perception
your
check.
sleight of hand versus. Actually, before you roll, let's use the app. Let's use the
Yeah,
app.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
let's do Pia's first. Pia, make the roll for your sleight of hand, whatever the number is, plus your sleight of hand bonus.
All right, my sleight of hand bonus is a +4,
Okay.
and I rolled. a
Okay, so
4.
you rolled an 4 plus 4 is an 8. What is your perception bonus, Baka?
Only +25.
What is it?
Plus 26.
No, it
Nah,
isn't.
nah.
Go full of it.
Plus 6.
Plus 6. Make a roll, Baka.
At one.
12 plus 6.
Why didn't I get it?
You guys didn't see it?
No, you see, I told you, Saps cheats.
I honestly didn't see.
I'm in
Did
the group.
anybody see it come up? I didn't see it come up.
I did not.
I didn't.
Am I not in the group anymore? Hold on. Let me try rejoining.
Oh, Saps.
Well, if he rejoins, he's gonna have to roll it again. Because I didn't see the
You
number.
would want me to, because I'm
Well,
totally.
no, I didn't see. The
No,
number
you're
change.
rolling it again.
I didn't see the number change.
I
All
didn't either.
you have
Last
to do is.
one's
All you have to do
PI.
is. There we
There.
go. I see Baka.
There it is.
10 plus
10.
6 is 16.
So
Rerolled.
got it anyway.
So you feel the spectral hand of the mage hand rifling through your.
I wanna cast my own mage hand and slap his fucking hand away.
You can very easily do that. It wouldn't even require a roll. Two mage hands dueling it out with each other, playing kind of thumb
War.
wrestling, hovering in the air. Okay, so Sirach, I'm sorry, there was a conversation. Would you wish to continue?
Well,
really
witnessing
sidetracked.
this mage hand battle, Baka, you took it the first time. If you took it again, just let me know. Clearly, you're hiding something, or else you would let Pia
Listen, I don't
tickle
roll
your
it-
gear with his hand.
I don't want you guys searching through my shit. Okay, I
Well,
got private stuff
just-
in there. You
Then
don't
just
need to
tell
know
me,
about.
do you have the book or no?
No, I don't have the book.
Okay, hold up. Freeze it right there for 1 second. If you want, you can incite him, and he can performance or deception you. All right. So, do you want to incite the fact that he said he doesn't have the book?
I mean,
Like you
I might
roll-
as well.
roll
I'm
an
gonna
insight.
fail because his deception.
No, we don't know that.
No, my
Roll-
deception's not that great.
Roll an insight check, Sirach, because you want to incite the fact that he's telling.
Deception's only +6.
Insight is gonna be 19.
Insight's a 19.
Wait, did he
fuck.
roll on the app
Oh,
though?
you know what? In
No,
fairness,
on
you
the app.
have
That's
to
true.
roll on the
That's
app.
true.
Roll on the
That's
app.
true.
Sirach will add your whatever is your plus for your insight.
Oh,
5 plus what?
2.
So you have a 7 for your insight. Now I need a deception check on the app.
I got a +6, so all I gotta do is get 2 or higher, and I don't tie.
1.
18 plus 2.
Oh.
Or 18 plus 6.
Oh, it's hard for you to
Wait,
tell.
am
on
I?
the-
Am I?
Wait,
Wait,
you didn't
I don't
do
even
it
know if
on
I
the
have
app,
it.
did
I don't even know.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
it's
it
on
the
is.
app.
It's
I
in
don't
the
even know if I have the book. You never told me officially if I have it, Chris.
Dude, come on. Just to refresh the memory, we're all actors here. He failed the role, which means Sirach genuinely believes you when you say that you don't have it. But the reality is that remember the very first roll I asked you to make the 12 plus?
No, I don't.
Remember the beginning of the session? There was a beginning of the session I asked you to give me a roll. I was doing it on the sneak tip so that they wouldn't notice that you were doing it. So
Oh,
we could have a little
that was what it was
drama.
for?
That was what it was for. It's because before the game started, he sent me a text message and asked, if he could. I'm standing by the pile. Can I look for the book? But here's unfortunately,
Damn,
Brendan,
Baka.
your character does not know what to believe, but he seems very honest this time when he says that he
You
does not have the
sneaky
book.
I really don't know where the book is, Sirach.
All right. I mean, next
check it out.
time you go into the book, I'm not getting you out.
It's fine. I don't
So-
have it.
That
So
cost me a lot of money.
So That'll
This
that'll be a
film
that'll be a
sucks.
3-person party. So you're on your own.
Have you looked at Harry? Harry has a lot of books. He might have grabbed it by mistake.
Harry's
Oh, yeah,
too much of a wimp for that.
Yeah, I was just about to
you
say
know.
the same thing.
Take it. Please don't.
You, Baka, I'm gonna tell you this now.
It's just
You
notes
get-
about
you
your
get- you get-
adventures. It's
You
just
get one of
notes.
two things, Baka. One of two things. I'm either gonna save you from Desdemona, or I'll save you from that book. Choose wisely.
Ooh.
Dun 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 dun.
Bum, bum, bum.
Bah, bah, bah.
See, here's the thing though. I don't trust you guys to save me from Desdemona, so that's why we're not heading over there.
Maybe
So then that means going in the book.
You shouldn't
commit
trust us to
suicide.
do anything.
Apparently not. The only person I trust is Pia.
Well,
Okay, so-
after that,
a
Sirach's
true
gonna
bro.
walk
Then
away.
You'll give him back the book. if you
Sirach
have it.
walks away, and the uncomfortable, awkward moment kind of settles.
Jacob,
Night
you remember my
comes.
plan?
You
Uh-huh.
guys sleep. You wake up the following day, and you find care packages created by Chowder for each one of you. And you guys have to decide how you're going to break it up. He gives you 60 rations.
Wow.
Yeah, basically 12 each. 12 times 5 is 60.
Well,
How are you guys
I-
going to
I
split up
threw
these
in-
12?
I used 20 of my own. So we should get some. Whoever used our own rations should get most of them back. So it's me, Pia, and Sirach, really, right?
We were the only ones that really had any to begin with.
Exactly. So we should get rations back and not.
So why don't we each just take 20 and call it a day?
Well, 12. 12.
Or yeah,
Or if you want, hold on a second. So actually, if it's 60 rations and there's only 4 of you, 60, what's 15 times 4 is 60?
Let's get.
So theoretically, you guys could take 15 each. Because
Let's
obviously-
take 16 each, and then the other two can get the other 6.
you're
Okay,
making it
that confused the
complicated.
hell out of me. Yeah.
So 16 plus 16 plus 16 is 48, and that remains remaining is 12, and 12 divided by 2 is 6. So Harry and Théoden get 6, and the rest of us get 16 each.
All right, that's fine. So Baka,
That's bullshit.
You didn't use any of yours.
Listen, I'm not being pushy. You guys,
I
can,
hear you. I hear
you can shout it out. You can shout it out if you want. If you want to feud with the gnome over the
I probably
distribution of the
deserve
food.
it.
But let me know. Is this how it's going to go down, or there's going to be there's going to be arm wrestling matches or shoving fits? What's going on? Let me know. Let me know before I start marking things down.
I'm taking.
Taking 16.
Hang on.
And I'm taking what, 6?
I'm taking 13, so I have an even 30 rations.
Okay. 13.
Whatever.
Okay.
It's not like they're not gonna feed me anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. We're gonna.
So
beat
Pia
you
has
anyways.
30 rations. That leaves instead of 6, that would make 9 for Théoden. You want to take 9?
Yeah.
Théoden has 9 rations. Baka with his 26 plus 16 is what, 42?
Yep.
42. Sirach, 31 plus 16 is 47.
Yes.
47 for Sirach. And actually, now Harry has 6 rations of his own, so he doesn't have to be that much of a leech. Okay. All right. Just to make the story go a little quicker, we already did the starvation gig. Let's assume that he gives you cloves and cloves of garlic. He gives you these extra rations. He gives you these wraps that you can wrap around yourselves, which prevents you from taking heat exposure and damage from the sun. And we'll just advance it so that you guys get to the outskirts of Ecosted, so that we don't have to go through
Chris?
the aggravation again. Yes. Although
Before-
you can use those 3 days to do other types of administrative things. Absolutely.
Well-
But I just don't want to waste time going through all these different roles. Why
There
don't we
was-
just get to Ecosted and just fucking get back to the story? But
Um,
what would you guys like to do during those
There
3
was
days?
one thing I'd like to do.
Yes, go for it.
And I know the book is chained up. I just want to take the chains off. That's it. Don't want to look into the book. I just want to take the chains off.
Okay. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna
God
21.
damn it.
Okay, now let's see. I'm going to say, tell me the circumstances in which you're going to try
Alright,
to remove these chains from a book while you're, I'm assuming, at camp with these
Well,
other
while
5 people.
I'm on night watch, I'm gonna I'll walk out a little bit the perimeter, and then
okay.
pick lock the chains and then and bury the chains in the sand.
Okay. What I
What?
need you to do is make a
You say wisdom saving throw. I swear to God.
no, not wisdom saving throw. Not wisdom saving throw. I'm trying to think of the circumstances. I would imagine that the guys after that conversation in the house would be on their kind of most perceptive. They're basically keeping an eye on you because they're suspecting that you're stealing their
agree.
shit. I think that would make sense.
Okay.
So what I'm going to say is that you're still at roll insanely high because you have a sleight of hand of what, plus 12?
Yeah.
Okay. But the rolls are going to have to be a disadvantage, okay? Because they're doing their best in order to keep an eye out for you. All
Don't
right.
worry, I'm still gonna outroll them all.
It's very possible. It's very possible.
Yeah,
First
plus
thing is
12.
the
It's
first
12
thing
plus
is the
whatever
first
you
thing
roll.
is I want to roll for stealth at disadvantage because you're basically leaving the area while you're on watch. You're leaving the area and walking out further, and that might be suspicious.
You want this
So-
in the app, or do you trust me?
You know what? Let's do it in the app.
App.
Let's do it
Yeah.
in the app just to be on
I
the
do
safe
not
side.
trust you.
Oh,
Okay, so
Wait.
roll a d20 and add for your stealth modifier. What's your stealth?
plus 12.
And what Baka 13 plus
Do I
12 is a
get do I have
25.
disadvantage, right?
Disadvantage. So roll again.
So 11 plus
11
12,
plus 12 is
23.
23. So what I
Mhm.
need you guys, I need the three of you to make a perception
natural
check.
20.
But unfortunately, I need a perception check. I need somebody to roll a natural 20. This is to notice that he's left the campsite
Oh, in the app, right?
in the app.
Oh my
I'll do
God.
one.
Tits got a 2. Tits, aka Theoden. Pia got a 12.
I got an
And-
18.
You got an 18.
Oh.
Why didn't it show?
It
That's
did.
okay.
It was
It
right
did.
after
Okay,
the
I'm
It
sorry,
did
okay.
show, but
I didn't
you were
look. I
still,
wasn't,
yeah.
I was yapping away. All right. So unfortunately, the deal is that he waited until the middle of the night on one of those 3 nights when he was absolutely sure that all 3 of you were snoring away, and decided to walk out a little bit further. Now, I want you to make a sleight of hand check at disadvantage using the app. And here's my logic behind it. My logic behind it is that you're digging a hole that could make some noise and wake one of them up and make them curious. So I need a sleight of hand
A
at
4
4.
Ah,
and 16. So
Okay, so 4 plus what's your sleight of hand?
12. So 16.
So you rolled a 16. Now I want another perception
Come on,
check
guys.
from
This
you
is your
guys.
opportunity. Don't
So
fuck it
you
up.
need to get a 16 or higher, considering your
What
Pia
roll
got
is
a
it?
natural 20. Well, let's see the other guys.
Oh!
Okay, they got a
17.
natural
2 nat
20.
What
20s.
the fuck?
Okay, so
There
here's
we
what
go,
now here's what
baby.
happens. Here's what happens. Baka goes out a little further than he should. Okay, and he's got the book out. He puts the book down with the chain, or puts it on the ground. He gets a little shovel that's in his backpack. He starts digging. And as he's digging, he's disturbing the ground.
Oh, God.
And something pops up out of the ground and clutches onto him. He screams out loud. The 3 of you wake up and realize that he's under attack from something in the ground in the middle of the night. And I need everyone to roll initiative when we come back from break.
Oh,
can
my
we just
God.
leave them?
No, what happened is that you guys were in camp. You guys were dead to the world asleep. He decided to walk out a few extra yards and dig a hole and bury the book that he stole from Sirach in the ground. Bury,
he got
not the book.
attacked.
And he got attacked by
Chains.
something under
Yeah,
the
can I
ground.
just go back to sleep?
Had I.
You
Chris.
absolutely can go back to sleep, but we will roll initiative, and when your initiative turn comes up, you can basically decide not to do anything at all, and that's totally fine. But we'll roll initiative when we come back from the break. But
okay.
what did you want to say before we go to break?
So this is important to my narrative.
Yes.
What process was I in the hole? Like, was I like digging the hole and the chains were off?
You were digging the hole, and the chains were still on.
Okay, that's
Like
important.
you had not removed the chains yet.
Okay.
Is
But
the book still in his hand when he gets grabbed?
Nope. It's on the ground, chained up alongside him, and he's basically.
I can
he's
make
one
this
of-
work.
He's struggling right now with one of a giant scorpion, basically trying to consume him, and he
Holy shit.
screams, not screams for help, but screams loud enough for you guys to realize, oh shit, Baka's keeping watch, and something's attacking the group, and he's maybe 30 feet away. So
Oh,
that's
shit.
where we'll pick it up
Alright.
when we come back from our break. Those of you that are watching, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you can. It is
We love ya.
7:51. Yes, we do. It is 7:51. I'm probably going to come back at like I guess 8:05. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that. Could somebody roll on the app just to want to make sure I X'd out the app? I want to make sure it's still working.
Yeah.
Uh,
You see it?
There it is. Got it. Beautiful. Perfect. Okay, let me erase some of this nonsense because everybody
Fine.
roll initiative. That doesn't mean you have to fight. You could just basically let him fight on his own, but everybody roll initiative. Add your dexterity modifier. Let me know what the number is. I'm just going to set it up on the whiteboard. Give me 1 second. Okay, rations below. All right, I'm going to roll 8 plus 2 is 10. Scorpion rolled a 10. Anybody roll higher than a 20 for their initiative?
Rolling.
I rolled a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Theoden is the first to awake from slumber. Anybody roll 20 to 15?
15.
15 is Baka.
Wait, are we rolling in the app or no?
Nah, you can just roll just with your dice.
That's crooked. Okay.
What did you get?
Dirty 20 as well.
Dirty 20 as well. Who's got the higher dexterity between you and Theoden?
My dexterity is a
Mine's
+1.
14.
Yours is 14. Yours is what?
13.
All right, so we'll go Theoden first and Pias second, both with a.
But Theoden has heavy armor. Shouldn't he be at disadvantage?
Nah, that's fine. I usually go by the.
Shut up, Baka.
I usually go by the dexterity. Valid point
fatty.
though. Valid point. All right.
I don't like
Sirach,
that
what are you at?
12.
12. Sirach is a 12. Sirach 12. And then I'm just gonna roll separately for Harry, who rolled himself a 13. So let's put Harry at 13. Okay, now, Theoden.
Right.
You wake up, you are unaware of any of the nonsense in regards to the book. You have no knowledge of the book. You don't know why he was out there. All you know is that
As per usual.
you went to sleep. You went to sleep and you found the person who was keeping watch was Baka, and Baka is now screaming outside the circle. What do you do? Exactly. What do you do?
Oh, what's going on?
Scorpion.
And I'm gonna look, and I see him getting attacked by the scorpion.
Yes, you do.
And then I'm gonna look around, and what do I see?
Make a perception check.
Well, what do I see Sirach and Pia doing?
Oh, they're basically slowly waking up from slumber as well. They have not. You reacted faster than they did.
Okay,
Do
so
you want to hold your turn until the end of the round?
I'm gonna hold.
So you hold your turn until the end of the round.
Why?
Next up is Pia. Pia, you wake up almost as quickly. Again, you're not aware
Why'd
of
you-
the nonsense with the book. All you're aware of is that you went to sleep knowing that Baka was keeping
Why'd
watch.
you hold your
And when
turn?
you look over to the right,
You'll
you see
see.
that oddly
Oh,
half
sure.
of his body is in the ground and he's being pulled into the ground almost like quicksand by pincers of a giant scorpion. And you hear him screaming. What do you do?
You know what? I will shoot an Eldritch Blast and.
Oh, are you not gonna hold two?
I don't hit him.
So
Oh yeah, I get two. But yeah.
purplish black energy fires from the fingers of the Pia, the tiefling.
Don't roll in that
Warlock.
one, Jacob.
I will
Roll
do
to
my
hit.
best. Okay. I rolled a 17.
17 is a hit with the first. You
Ooh.
firing twice?
Yeah, I guess I will.
Roll to hit with the
Might
second
as
one.
well.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Oh,
Nat 20.
okay.
So both of them
okay.
hit. Both of them
I don't
hit.
know
The
if you can
second
see
one
it.
is I trust
We
you.
can see. We
Okay.
can
Second
see.
one is double damage.
Sweet. All right, so the first one does 7 damage,
7 damage.
and the second one does. Oop, that landed in a hole. Hang on. There we go. Oh,
What's that one?
I rolled a 1, so 1 plus my charisma's. So it does 10 damage.
So it's one. Well, hold on a second.
1 plus 4 times
Jacob.
2.
1 plus 4 is 5 times 2 is 10.
Yeah.
Yes, perfect.
Jacob,
Okay,
your
so
mic's a little low.
what about
better?
mine? Is my
Yeah.
mic good?
Yeah, your mic's good, Chris.
Okay,
Seems
good.
fine.
Cool. So
Testing,
all right.
1, 2. Is this better?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you sound good to me.
Okay.
So You blast it with the necrotic energy for the tune of 17 points of damage. Yes, I know that some people use force damage. This is homebrew. I do it. In my opinion, Eldritch Blast is necrotic. So deal with it, internet. Let's see. It's not enough to pierce the outer skeleton, the exoskeleton shell of the giant scorpion, but it obviously does damage as the maggots try to infest its way into the body of the scorpion, but fall off to the side. Okay, after, do you move from your bedroll? Or do you
No.
just, no, you just basically stay in your bedroll. You basically look over and you're like, no, I'm just kidding. All right,
Pretty
so.
much.
Scorpion, stats for Scorpion. Give me 1 second. Where are you?
It rolled higher than a 15.
Give me 1 second. I just want to. Oh, giant scorpion, perhaps. Maybe it's in the giant area. Sorry for the delay, guys. I'm just going through the monster manual really quickly.
It's all right. It's all right.
It's all right. It's all right. Yep, there it is. Giant scorpion under G. Should be scorpion, comma, giant, but whatever. All right.
That's
So,
none of my business.
That's none of my business. I didn't write the book. I'm just happy to have it in my possession. I'm very happy. All right. So after Pia is Baka at a 15. Baka, you're struggling with this thing. It's trying to basically consume you. What would you like to do?
How does it is grappled onto me or something, or how
No,
is
it's
it?
just basically it's sharing the same 5-foot area as you. It's basically
Yeah, I'm
trying
gonna
you
take-
reacted faster than it did. Let's just say
okay.
you.
I'm gonna take a swing at it with my rapier
Go for it.
and dagger. See if I can like try to slash across its face.
Absolutely go for it.
Rapier is a 8 + 9, 17,
17 is a hit.
and the dagger
your-
is a 19 + 6.
The blue-bladed
19 plus-
magical
not-
rapier,
Not dagger, short sword. Sorry.
short sword.
Yeah. So
What was
both hit
the roll on the short sword?
it. Short sword's 19 + 8.
Yeah, so you hit with both.
Okay.
Roll the damage for the magical rapier first.
s- Sorry, 10 damage for the rapier,
10 damage for the rapier.
and the short sword is sadly a 7.
7 total?
Yep.
Okay, got you. Basically carving it up as if you're on the Food Network, but it is still coming at you and trying to pull you down into the hole.
I'd like to disengage.
You
possible,
absolutely, with your bonus
and
action, you absolutely can
Fuck
disengage.
off, back to camp.
Absolutely. You disengage and use your full movement of 25 feet?
Yep.
25 feet. You're 5 feet from camp, basically, from the bedroll center of camp. But you're 25 feet away from the monster. Next up is Harry. Harry is a fickle sort. I've made a rule that he only attacks on a roll of a 19 or he only does anything beneficial on a roll of a 19 or a 20.
Which is ridiculous.
He rolls a natural 1, which means he's
Ah!
still sleeping. Or perhaps
Or
he's
feigning
just,
sleep.
perhaps he's just
Pretending.
he's pretending to sleep. He's too afraid to actually be awake. So he's sleeping. So sorry guys. Number 13 on the initiative roll is Sirach. Sirach, what would you like to do from your bedroll? You basically, at this point, you've noticed flashes of energy inside the hole. You've noticed eldritch blasts coming from Pia. What would you like to do?
Do I
Oh.
see Baka running back to camp?
Yes, he's running in your direction. He's in the process of like full blown stride.
I'm gonna grab my bow and arrow and ready an arrow,
Gotcha.
but I'm gonna follow Baka with it the
You follow-
entire way.
What the
Not a
fuck
problem.
is wrong with you
Okay,
guys?
gotcha.
Guess this
Just
guy's
in case something's
group
chasing
chat.
you, I can
Yeah, you're
shoot
full of
it.
shit.
But
That's very
That's
true.
the
That's
case.
excellent,
That's-
excellent
You guys
strategy.
talked about this during the break, didn't you, in group chat without me? You're like,
No,
let's get him killed.
That's excellent strategy.
oh,
Now,
I thought
after-
the scorpion was gonna do it.
Well, the
wish.
scorpion, which has a movement rate of 40
Of course, it
40
does.
feet. You're only 25 feet from it, Baka, so it makes up the distance because it's much faster than your little legs are.
Ooh.
And it attacks you from behind. He hits you with both of its pincers and tries to sting you with his tail. So let's go with pincer number 1 is a 13 plus. 13 plus 4 is a 17. Does that hit you?
No.
Okay, so the first pincer misses. He
right.
dodges out of the way, does like a barrel roll. Next one is a 16 plus 4 is a 20. Does that
Yep.
pincer hit you?
That hits.
So the second pincer is a 8-sider plus 2 damage. Let's roll that 8-sider. 7 plus 2 is 9 points of slashing damage. 9 points to Baka. And now I'll roll for the tail attack, which is a poisonous attack. But that one I rolled a 4 plus 4 is an 8. So you basically you're so determined to stay out of the way of the tail because you know it's poisonous that you kind of roll in the direction of one of its pincers.
Any chance I can use uncanny dodge then on
You can
pincer?
use uncanny dodge on the one. Was it half the damage?
Yep.
Okay, so then
So
that
9
damage.
to 5, I guess.
No, I think it's 9 is 4 points
Oh,
of.
I thought we
of
were rounding up.
No,
Okay.
I usually with damage I round down.
Okay.
So
I'm
it's-
at 58.
So 4 points of slashing damage. His turn is over. You do not see any other scorpions other than that one scorpion. Top of the combat round, Theoden. Now you basically see, you see him rolling around on the ground with the scorpion on top of him.
And Pia and Sirach are.
Pia and Sirach are still basically sitting on their bedroll. But Pia fired
fucks.
Eldritch blasts at
He's
it.
the only
While
true
sitting
friend.
down.
Only
And
one that
while
helped
sitting
me.
down, he decided to fire 2 Eldritch blasts. And Sirach basically is sitting cross-legged on his own bedroll. He took out his bow and arrow, and he's aiming up at what looks like the scorpion, but he might be actually aiming at Baka. It's bizarre. You're not really sure.
Can I make a perception check to see if he's aiming at me?
Wait, it's still my turn.
It's
Fuck.
still his turn. When it's your turn, you can do whatever you want, Baka.
All right, I'm gonna summon spiritual weapon right next to Baka.
What
You
does your
can't tell? You can't
what-
tell if it's facing Baka or the scorpion.
What
So
what does this,
bullshit.
this spiritual weapon, this
I'll take you all
astral
on.
weapon that's like 20 feet in size, that's hovering in the air, perilously close to Baka's face? What does it look like?
It looks like a great hammer.
Hammer, the
A
hammer of
hammer.
Mjolnir.
Long, whatever the handle and
Sure.
big old fucking
Sure.
boom, 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 boom thing.
Absolutely. It's
you know?
squared off like the mighty hammer of Mjolnir with leather
Yes.
straps and a loop on
Yes,
the end of the hammer.
exactly.
The only difference is that instead of the handle being maybe 6 inches to 12 inches, it's like 2 feet in length, the
Yeah.
handle, and a huge mallet-sized hammer at the top.
Thank you.
And
thank
it
you.
is about to strike. What does it strike?
Yeah, what does this strike, Matt?
It strikes
Uh-huh.
the scorpion.
The scorpion. Strikes scorpion. So roll to hit with your spiritual weapon. Add your spell modifier. Roll a d20. Add the spell modifier.
12 plus. Ability, right?
Yeah, it's like spell. You have two numbers. You have the
3.
spell DC
Yeah.
and you have the spell modifier. So it's
Yeah.
plus 3. So just add 3 to the roll 20.
16.
16. Well, you needed a 15 to hit the scorpion. So the
Ooh.
spectral hammer comes down and crunches it. Roll damage.
Boom.
What is the damage? 2d8?
2. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so 2 8-siders. Give it a roll. Let me know how much you hit him for.
6. 9 plus 8.
17 points of damage? You rolled a 9 and an 8? How is that possible? It's two
No, I rolled an
8-siders.
8 and no, it's not plus anything, right?
No, it's not
just
plus
the
anything.
2 8-siders.
It's just the
All
2
right.
8-siders.
Yeah, so 9.
Unless I'm not 100% sure. I think spiritual weapon is just a 2 8-siders.
Yeah, you're right. You're
It
right.
is?
Yeah.
So what is it?
9.
9 total?
Yeah.
Okay, this thing is honestly, you heard a sickening crunch, but this thing squeals, ah! But you think it's still skittering around and it's still posing a threat, but this
All
thing is messed up. After Theoden is Pia's turn. Pia, what would you like to do from your bedroll?
Are there any more scorpions nearby?
Make a perception check.
Oof, 6.
You can't tell from this distance. It's still a little dark in the twilight haze. Not twilight haze, the sun up haze, the dawn break haze,
Dawn.
whatever. The dawn. Yeah, let's just
All
call
right.
it dawn and call it a day.
The morning dew.
The morning
Um,
dew.
I guess you know what? Let me double check something real quick.
Sure,
Shit, where is it?
it's fine. Take your time. Take your time, but hurry up.
Okay, got it. I am going to cast Wall of Fire.
Whoosh.
Oh.
Where are
And
you
it
placing
says,
the wall of fire?
You create a wall of fire on a solid surface within range, which is 120 feet, actually 240 feet because of my double spell sniper.
Yes, absolutely.
And it can be up to 60 feet long, 20 feet high, and 1 foot thick.
60 feet long, 20 feet high of flames.
Or I can do a ringed wall up to 20 feet in diameter, 20 feet high, and 1 foot thick. And I'm
Sure
going
you
to do
can.
that around our camp.
Okay, absolutely.
You know I'm not in there yet, right?
That's fine.
So now
Um,
that's a good question. You have to realize that okay, just so you realize where they are. It's the campsite where the three of you, actually the four of you, including Harry, are sitting. It's about 10 feet away from you is the only giant scorpion you see on top of Baka.
Yep.
About 10 feet from you. So
Yep.
where are you placing the circle, the ring of fire?
Around me, Harry, Sirach, and Theoden.
What the
And
fuck are you
leaving-
guys doing?
Okay, leaving. Okay, so now keep in mind the way this spell works. Whoosh, hot.
This
intense
doesn't seem
flame.
normal, Chris. They're
Now,
like
yes,
outing me without knowing why. Without
It doesn't.
reason.
It doesn't seem normal. I have to say. I just think that some of this might be some built-up frustration over the course of many, many weeks.
Just
Perhaps
a little bit. Just
perhaps. I'm not looking. I'm not picking sides here, but I have to acknowledge the fact that you have done.
They have
some
no
things.
reason to aim a bow at me, to cast spiritual weapon right.
Whoa,
That's
whoa,
all
in
you need.
fairness, you-
Rock does not have a reason
I
to
didn't
aim
steal
at
your
you.
book.
Yeah.
I didn't steal your book the second
Well,
time.
hold on a second.
The
He
natural
suspects
ones
that-
are disbanded.
He suspects that you might have stolen it because it's odd that it was missing. You stole it before previously, and you don't know that he's pointing the arrow at you. You don't know
Oh,
that. He's
I mean,
pointing.
I know.
You gotta
I never
realize-
said it. I just said I was following Baka with my arrow.
Yes.
Oh,
So
how
in fairness, the first thing that should make you kind of a little suspicious is the fact that a wall of fire just popped up 20 feet high
Yeah,
in the
what
air.
is that shit?
And you feel the heat on your body like a furnace, while the rest of you on the inside of the circle feel no heat at all. So the wall of fire is up, surrounding the campsite with basically two of the combatants on the outside of the wall of fire. Okay, your turn is over, Pia, unless you'd like to move.
Nope,
you-
that's it.
staying
I just
right where
want to
you are.
protect the camp in case more show up.
Done deal. Baka, you
Bullshit,
see a
Jacob.
wall of
I
fire.
swear to God.
That's
I
it,
swear
that's
to
it.
God. I swear to God, Matt.
What would you
Did
like
we
to
plant
do?
garlic?
What would
No,
you-
that's
We
why I
did not.
it.
No.
That's why I did it.
What would you like to do, Baka?
Clock's ticking.
Take your time, but hurry up. Dice ain't gonna roll themselves.
We love you, Saps. What are you doing?
I'm gonna
Or you got the stat.
I'm gonna
to it.
cast
Gonna cast.
suggestion on PR.
Wait,
I don't
what?
know if you can do that only because it'd be. Let me ask you. Read the spell. I'm not sure if you
I'll
can
have it up,
maintain.
hold on.
You might be too far away with a wall of fire in between you in order to. Just
That giant wall of fire.
Actually, let me look up suggestion. There's a big wall of fire separating the two, so it might be. a
Need to
hard
be able
to-
to see
Suggest
the
a
creature?
course of activity limited to a sentence or two and magically influence a creature you can see within range that can hear and understand you. Creatures that cannot be charmed are immune to this effect. The suggestion must be worded in a manner to make the course of action sound reasonable.
Can you
Okay.
see through wall of fire?
I will.
As
I'll
long
tell
as
you
you
this,
can
I'll tell you this,
hear
I'll tell you
me.
this.
As
I'll
long
tell you
as you
this.
can hear
He
me.
can hear you. You're 10 feet away, so you have to make a, I would say, just an intelligence check just to see if you can see him. For lack of any better roll, just make an intelligence check.
12.
12. I need 12 is you know what? I'm gonna allow it because honestly, I think a 10 or higher should be that he'd be able to see through the fire. So I'm gonna allow it.
That's
You can
fair. That's fair.
That's fair. So 10 or higher would be legit. So he can see you and hear you, and you can see him and hear him. What is this suggestion that you make? It has to be like one sentence, and it can't be. He can't. You can't
it
suggest that he
says
kills himself. He can't.
It's
do
limited
that.
to a sentence or two.
Okay.
I was gonna say, Pia, turn off the wall of fire. You must save me.
Okay. What kind of a saving throw does he have to make in order to resist?
My spell save DC is 12.
Yes, but what is it? Is it a charisma? Is
Oh,
it a wisdom?
Wisdom.
It doesn't. Does it say wisdom?
Yep.
Wisdom saving throw. So make sure.
Oh yeah,
Please let it be
wisdom
charisma.
saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw PI in order to resist the suggestion. Roll a d20 and add your wisdom.
Oh, wait, in
so
the
you
app.
use-
In the app.
In
We
the
need-
app.
All right, you can do it there.
Okay. In the
Where
app.
is
So
Good,
my
because he
wisdom.
rolled bad.
My wisdom is a +5.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
19 plus 5 is a 24. You sense
Oh,
you sense the weaving of magic on those words, and he senses you and makes you angry that he would try to
What? He's angry. I'm fucking outside the wall of fire. Fuck him.
I have to keep the majority safe.
Yes. You
You're full of
stand
shit.
fast.
I
You
swear
stand
to God, I
fast.
saved
You know
you
they're
from the boat.
scorpions. They can just bury underneath your wall of fucking fire. You smart ass.
That's great. That's good for them.
you
Ready
can't
for
though.
Baka, would you like to again disengage from the with your bonus action?
I'm gonna fucking jump through the wall of fire.
Are you serious?
Seriously.
That's gonna hurt.
All
And
right,
I'm,
cool.
And
all
I'm gonna
right.
use evasion since it's AOE.
Okay. Let me ask you a
I'm
question.
assuming
Is it a dexterity saving throw?
Yeah, on a failed save, you take 5d8.
Okay, so here's how it works. You still have to. It's not exactly the way it works. You still have to make a dexterity saving throw, and I'll tell you what happens based on your roll. What's your charisma DC? What's for PI for the wall of fire?
15.
Okay, so you need to beat a 15, make a dexterity
And
saving
keep in
throw.
mind, it only damaged on one side, so we can walk out of it and not take any damage.
That is true.
Just so you guys know.
Baka, you've jumped through it. Make a dexterity saving throw.
So I
Oh,
think
good lord,
the way
man.
evasion works though is I take half damage automatically, but if I
Not if you jump through
If,
it.
no, this is how it works. That
You're
works.
jumping in
if-
a
was it?
wall of fire.
This is how it works. If you jump through and you succeed on the roll, you
How
take
thick
no
is it?
damage. You make no damage at
1
all.
foot thick.
If you fail on the roll, you take half
Okay.
damage.
do I need to make it in the app then?
I think you should. This has been a player versus player night, it seems.
Yeah, apparently. It's dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw.
I got a +8, so let's see.
You might be all right.
Fuck.
4 plus 8 is 12. It's a failure of roll. So I need you to roll your damage, and when we get the damage, we're cutting it in half. He burned his britches as he jumped through.
All right, so that's
Wow.
what is it?
5d8.
Yeah, 5d8.
So
That's
roll 5d8, add them up, and then we'll take half of that, and we'll give it to Baka
Okay.
and fire damage.
3,
I had to roll 4.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Wait, let me look something up.
25.
So you would have taken 25 points of damage, but because of evasion, you've only taken 12 points of fire damage. But now you are on the other side of the wall, and separating. You guys are with them in the camp, with the wall of fire separating you, the 5 of you and the scorpion.
See, I told you I'd keep you safe.
But I
You're
fucking
welcome.
hit you.
You're welcome.
All
You're
right.
welcome.
How long? How
yet
long does
again.
this? How long does the spell last?
Concentration up to 1 minute.
So Rock's just sitting there like we should have fucking killed.
All
him."
right. So you basically sit there for another 45, 50
Trying to
seconds.
sell this.
You sit there for another 45, 50 seconds, and the wall of fire peters out. And when it does, the
Well,
the
before
giant.
it peters out, I want to
Yes.
do something real quick.
Sure, speak.
I want to shoot a firebolt at his face,
At whose face?
Pia's face,
Go for it.
What
So
the
he-
Make a roll.
fuck, man?
so he can know
I
what it
need
feels
you.
like.
Alright,
I need you.
alright.
Hold on a second. I need you, Baka, to roll at disadvantage because he's wearing a cloak of displacement,
And I
Alright.
take half fire damage. I'm fire resistant.
and you are fire exactly.
So, yeah, actually, go ahead. Be my guest.
I get an 8 and a 14. So it's 8 plus what? 8 plus 5, 6?
I think it's just 8 straight up.
No, you have
It's 8 plus my.
your magic
Oh,
bonus.
I think it's +4.
8 plus
yes,
4 is 12.
12.
Does 12 hit you?
No.
Okay, so
He's 13,
So-
isn't it?
Yep.
his spectral nature, his phasing nature of the cloak of displacement, you're pretty sure that you aimed true, but zoom, zoom, he basically phases out of the way, and both of you shot 2 of them at him or just one?
Oh, just one.
Just one. It fires just wide. So what conversation is going to be had after this? If conversation at all, perhaps we need to roll initiative
Yeah, a
again.
stern one.
I think we should roll initiative again.
I
Is
mean,
the scorpion
Are you
not
like?
pursuing?
It just seems so fucking far fetched that Piot of all people would cast Ring of Fire around, intentionally blocking me out.
Now hold that
We
thought.
can still
Hold,
fire.
yeah,
through
my
it.
best friend.
hold that
Not
thought.
saying that, but he's the most reasonable one of the group.
Hold
or
that
was.
thought. Now
Exactly.
check this out. In that conversation, in the fire, whatever it is, a minute passes by, the fire goes out. The giant scorpion, seeing the flames, has returned to its nest somewhere under the ground. It is nowhere to be seen. There are no enemies to be had. Everyone seems to be aggravated and steamed, both literally and figuratively.
I'm fine.
So what before this thing cascades into chaos? What needs to be done here? Let's talk this out.
Baka, what the hell were you doing?
There we
Why
go.
was it attacking you?
I was taking a shit. You got a problem?
Oh, your ass. I don't believe you at all.
Speak up,
check.
gnome.
So-
And
I
I'm gonna
think-
step on his-
I think to be
try and step
fair,
on his toes.
in order for him, whether or not you know, I mean, you could say that, but whether or not you have to make an insight check versus his
Don't
deception.
tell him, Chris.
No, that's I'm the moderator.
Well,
I'm the
Listen,
referee.
monkey's out of the barrel now.
I want to insight check him.
Yes, you
I'm
can.
sure you do.
Are we doing it on the app or are we doing
I
it?
did the app.
You did the
You
app?
did 10.
Yeah.
Wouldn't this be the second time that
So that's
Baka was
12.
relieving himself on watch?
Perhaps.
Sorry.
Trouble.
People got-
So now
people
hold
gotta
on a
take
second.
shits.
Hold on a
I
second.
think
you
his
rolled a
It is,
10.
it is.
bathroom privileges are revoked.
But wait a minute.
Plus
You
2.
10 plus 2 is a 12. So you rolled a 12. I need a deception check on the app from Baka.
19 plus 6. Let's go.
Okay, no, here's the situation. The situation is that when he said, now, in fairness, I also need. I don't want to feel like I'm doing against you, Baka, because I'm not. It's just that
Totally
the person who asked the question was Sirach. Sirach said, "What were you doing out there?" So he deserves to make an insight roll
No,
as
it's
well.
fine. Yeah, it's fine.
All right,
That's true.
go
Can
for
I
it.
give him guidance?
No, you cannot because you were focusing yourself
That's
on.
fine.
18 plus. What is your insight?
Plus 3, 21.
So you're 21. What did you roll? You rolled a
I
19.
had 19 plus 6. 25.
Okay, so here's the deal. You are really with that 21. You are convinced that he was telling the truth. That he was taking a shit. You kind of feel a little bad about it. He was taking a
Did you
shit.
wipe?
He was taking a shit,
Of course
and
not.
I think attacked him. And now you kind of feel a little sorry for the guy because it's like maybe you're being a little too rough on him. So.
What the fuck
I'm
is this
still
shit,
gonna give
guys?
him
I
the
still
stick,
don't
guys.
trust
I was
him,
out
but-
there taking a shit. I got attacked by a scorpion, and not only do you cast a firewall around, you don't even help shoot it. The only one to help shoot
shoot it.
You did, but then you also fucked me over by casting wall of fire.
You were fine. We could have fired through it. I was just protecting.
what
the
am I
camp
supposed
so
to do?
Moore didn't show up get on top of us, and then you're left for fucking dead all the way over there.
Yeah,
when
you
Theoden
you
coulda kept us alive over here.
misinterpreted it, Baka.
You did.
Yeah, you're full of shit. They
You
Oh my
misinterpreted.
Can I get an
it.
insight check on these guys?
Sure. What would you like to insight? Which
Um,
comment?
If Pia was not doing it maliciously or not.
All right, no problem. Make an insight check
All right, with the app.
with the app. Insight check.
Oh fuck.
8 plus. What is your insight?
6.
Okay, so that's a 14. So now,
He's got
Jacob,
mad
I need you
charisma.
now here's the situation. You don't have to give this away to us. You can either make a persuasion check or a deception check, and that's your decision based on whether you're telling the truth or you're not telling the truth. But it's up to you to decide whether it's persuasion or deception. You don't have to tell us. Just make a d20 roll on the app and add what you
Was
think is
your
appropriate.
firewall malicious or not?
Well, no. Well,
No.
he's allowed to.
It wasn't.
17.
17.
Oh fuck.
Okay,
And-
so now here's the situation. I think you rolled higher than he did.
Yeah, he did. he did.
So basically, as far as the game mechanic, you are not as a player required to tell him the truth. You can say whatever you want. So
Yeah.
he's asking you, was it malicious?
No,
There you go. And that's
it
it.
wasn't. I said
that.
this from the beginning. You're just getting all butthurt.
What was
I
Syrah?
have to
You
get
can't
butter
kill a
after
little
these two
scorpion by
these two
yourself.
fucking their antics.
So
All right.
Harry is like,
doing
guys,
anything out of the
guys,
ordinary here.
could we?
Yo, yeah.
Please don't fight.
Aiming a bow
Don't
and arrow
fight.
at me. That's
Harry,
really
Baka,
actually, that is
please
ordinary.
don't fight Baka. Don't. I feel like the group's gonna break up, and if it breaks up, then I'm out here for no reason. And I just please, guys, don't.
That's
don't.
all you care about is your goddamn book, Harry. Harry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right.
Harry,
Théoden. You
Alright.
you and I, let's go scout out where that scorpion came
Yo,
from.
you fucking-
Total sense. There's nothing irregular about.
I don't
saying
know.
that.
If you guys want to risk the scorpions coming out, be my guest. Do your
Yeah.
thing.
So
All right.
I'll go to the ends of the earth with you, Syrah.
yes. So the two
I'll
of you,
cast
I would.
Théoden.
Can I wait before they go out? Can I?
Theoden and Syrah cast invisibility on three of us.
Okay, so you cast
All right,
invisibility on the
before-
three of you.
Before they go out, can I ask Théoden for a heal?
No.
Well, actually, you can
No.
ask him, but I mean, it's up to Théoden.
Yeah,
to
I already know
decide
what his
whether-
answer's gonna be, but
I'm gonna pretend I don't hear him.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
I'm
So here, check-
invisible. I can't hear you.
Okay, so check it out. Check it out. Here's how it's gonna work. You guys would assume. I would
The
assume
three
that
of you
you would
versus me
go
right
in. And,
now.
I would assume that you would. The two of you would. Well, the three of you perhaps would go out and investigate the area in which the giant scorpion jumped out. That's the spot where he was digging. But I need basically, since there's three of you looking in that area, I need advantage. Basically, either one person rolls twice for investigation, or I'm sorry, not investigation, perception. One person rolls twice, or two people roll once.
oh my
It's up
god,
to you
this is
guys.
gonna be
to
so
decide.
bad.
I'll
as
let you
well.
guys do that. I cast the
Me,
spell.
me and
so-
me and Syrah.
Okay, so one roll each. It's a perception
In the app,
check.
in the app,
Oh yeah, you could do it.
Oh, all right. I'll do the app because I
this
rolled.
determines
that.
my fate. Okay.
So
Okay.
Sirach rolled a 5+.
2.
Oh
So
my
Yes!
god.
And okay, so here's the deal.
Oh.
Because it's in the pre-dawn light and it's a little dark, and maybe there was just a lot of maybe it's possible that when the giant scorpion went skittering back to the hole, it might have knocked it further from the spot that it was. You find nothing by the hole. But interestingly enough, you don't find a turd or some shit either.
There wasn't
so-
even a hair by the.
I
hole.
was in the
Right.
process of going. It's not like I can just
So,
pop it out in command
but
like you.
the-
I have a solution.
Yes.
So, just for reference, I know
Oh my
exactly
God.
where I know more or less where Baka was standing, right?
Yes.
So, Baka, if I were to cast a fireball over in that general direction, would you be upset
Do your thing, man. I don't give a shit.
right now? Because if you stole something, it'll be destroyed.
Why do you guys think I stole
Well,
something? I've been completely
in-
forthcoming.
Well, keep in mind,
I
Pia,
wonder.
to be fair,
Yeah.
to be fair, there were once or twice you did an insight check on him, and
You
you
guys failed
didn't
that.
roll. You didn't roll high enough. So for
Oh,
you to be
yeah,
convinced that you
okay.
can't really be convinced that he stole something. You could
Okay.
be a little suspicious, but you
I
can't
am
be convinced.
suspicious.
I've won
Can't be
all
sus-
of my
can't be
deception
convinced.
checks. Fuck you guys.
He kind of did. He did. And if he
Oh,
did, that
you're right,
means
all
that
right,
you
you're
guys
right,
aren't
you're
sure.
right.
It's fair.
That's
that-
just you
listen,
as people
Yes,
out of the
but-
game being assholes.
But I will say this. I will say this though, that Sirach he's legitimate to be suspicious because he's had past experiences with you taking stuff from him. So that's legit. But as far as Pia and Théoden, I don't know if it would be fair for you guys to be that heavily on that side. But
Fair enough.
and the truth is that you went out to investigate. You did not find any more giant scorpions, and when you went by the hole, you didn't see anything there on the ground. So
So when they come back, I'm just gonna be like, you guys find anything? No. That's what I thought.
I found this cool rock.
Hey, since you're here, Théoden, can you give me a heal now?
there would be no reason why you wouldn't give him a heal. I mean, listen, it's they are your heals.
Yeah, I'll shoot him a heel.
How
Whatever.
kind of you.
All right,
Take
so
a heel,
You were doing so much healing last episode, and now you're like reluctant to heal.
I'll tell you what. You guys resume your sleep schedule,
I'll just
angry
assume I'm
at each
full.
other. Harry is still tearing up. He's afraid the party's going to break up, and he's not going to have an opportunity to have that best-selling chronicle of the
Jesus
heroes that saved the realm. But the next day comes without any interruption, and you guys have all of your hit points back and all of your spell slots back. I just want to very quickly go through how much it would take another day or two to get to the outskirts of Ecosted in the south. I want to just take away 6 meals from you guys to account for that. Theoden goes from 9 down to 6, now 9 down to 3. So you have 3 rations left, Theoden.
All right.
Baka, what did you have? You had
I'm at 42 to 36.
42 to 36. Pia would go from 30 down to 24.
Oh, yeah.
30 to 24. Harry uses his 6, so he's out.
So
And
that
Chris-
amulet is gone though, Chris, right?
Yeah, no, you gave the amulet away. The amulet is gone.
Okay.
By the way.
Or no, they mean the book, not the amulet.
Oh, the book. Well, hold on a second. Before that happens,
Okay.
I will allow one last roll. Let me Sirach, what you went from 40 how many?
47 to 41.
41. Thank you. Okay, so that takes in consideration for the rations. You don't deal with heat exhaustion because of the supplies he gave you and the tips of traveling overland during the Foreign Desert. Would it be logical, Baka, knowing what you know and what they don't know, that you might try to sneak away at some point and pick and go look for what you know is there? Would that be fair to say?
Oh God, it's so tempting, Chris. You have no idea.
I'm just saying,
Logically,
like
yes.
you know it's there.
Yes.
So why?
I will-
So wait, hold on.
I will meander around, just walking around, and playing with my cat, but pretend I'm playing with my cat and
But
actually
here's
look
but
for
here
it.
but here's
If-
the situation. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, if I want to know if this is going above and beyond, but I have my set of manacles.
Okay.
I don't trust Baka if I keep him near me because I know he sneaks around.
That's definitely beyond.
Because I'm skeptical. I don't know where my
What do you-
book is. He happened to go off, get attacked by a scorpion. I believe
While I was
that he was
taking a
taking a
shit.
shit. Yeah, but
Mother Nature is taking a shit.
Mother Nature. But he could have taken a shit closer to camp and stayed on.
But-
Wasn't that
watch.
far away? It's only about 35, 40 feet away.
Mhm.
I was
Wasn't that
doing you
far.
guys a courtesy.
So what are you
Even
suggesting,
closer.
Sirach?
I'm
What
more
were
of
you
just
suggesting?
suggesting keeping a better eye on Baka.
No, you
Well,
want to
didn't
chain me up
sit
to next to you.
Baka's, next to Sirach's friggin'
Well, I'm not going to tell you what to do or not do. I'm just going to say that it would be up to you to decide what you want to try to do. And I guess, Baka or anyone else can have the right to defend themselves. I can't really make a decision as far as what's right
Good
or
luck with
wrong.
that.
That's really up to you. Is there anything in the course of that day that you wanted to try to do and see what happens?
Go for any of us.
No, I'm talking specifically to Sirach at this point because he's looking at his manacles and he's thinking to himself, like, how far do I want to take this? So that's really honestly a question that you have
You
to
want
ask.
to break the team by doing this.
True, we are at episode 4. We would like to get to episode 5. Just I understand where you're coming from, but
It's
You
just
know.
a
Yeah.
magical book. Who the fuck gives a shit? Like, really?
we don't. But you also have to realize this: you don't trust him. But when he told you that I didn't take the book the second time, you saw no reason to not believe him, and he seemed
Yeah.
convincing.
Yeah.
And when you went to look for the book, he got attacked. You thought he might have been doing something shady, but you went and looked for the book and didn't find it. So for you
That's
to put him
fair.
in chains is kind of more
Yeah, you're,
taking
you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
That's
But-
fair.
I
That's fair. And I already
guess.
warned him. He's got 2 chances from me.
But you may find another opportunity where it may come in handy. Follow me on this. Now, Baka,
You're about to get your opportunity.
you're being on your best behavior because you know they're watching you.
Oh yeah.
But
I
you
know.
don't want to let go of that book, and you think you know exactly where it is, but you know they're watching you. So in order for you to go and scout out and grab the book and hide it, you'd probably have to make 2 rolls at disadvantage. Do you have the courage to make those 2 rolls at disadvantage? It's up to you.
Can I disguise self?
Which
He's
2 rolls am I
got a-
making?
He's got a plus 25 to everything. So
Well, it's like a plus 12, but yeah, it is pretty high. What would you
no,
like to do, Baka?
We'll go see if I can find it at least.
Okay, so the first thing is the stealth. The reason why your stealth's at disadvantage is because they're keeping an extra eye on you because of all the drama.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
been
gonna take
happening.
my cat with me just to be like, so I have something as an
Gotcha.
excuse.
Sure,
Does
sure,
it
sure.
need to shit too?
Yeah, it does actually.
So the cat needs to take a shit. You're looking for a litter box out in the wilderness. Make that stealth roll at
Too bad we're
disadvantage.
not back in the desert.
I'm so sorry, guys.
Stealth roll disadvantage in the phone. I love it. I'm not.
Do you
I
guys,
think
do
this
you
is
want me to
great.
do it in the phone or
is-
no?
This is play in
Yeah,
the
the
phone.
phone.
This is player dictated content. I love it. So,
I'm so sorry.
oh, it's fine. It's great.
Natural 20.
Okay, so you
Oh,
roll that
you're
20, but to
kidding me.
disadvantage.
And a 9.
Okay,
And
so
a
it's the
9.
9 plus what 9? Hold
Oh.
on. 9 plus
21.
12 is
12.
21. Okay,
Oh,
so in order
shit.
just to notice him sneaking away to where he thinks the book is,
on.
I need a roll from each one of you, a straight roll, but I need a natural 20 from one of the three of you, unfortunately.
Huh.
PR roll
Come on,
low.
Theoden, it's you. Do
Yeah,
it.
It's all
Fucking
you, man.
better be. Oh my god.
Sorry, what happened?
Okay. Okay, so here's the situation.
Oh
I'm
my
going to tell you what happens. Here's what happens.
I didn't grab the book. I was just looking.
No.
around.
Now this is where my
Unbelievable.
story kicks in. This is where
Your
my story
story.
kicks in.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
So now you slink
me
off with the
cry.
cat under the false pretense of making the cat take a shit somewhere. So you put the cat on the ground where you see the book, and you place it on the ground, and basically Pia and Sirach aren't paying any attention to you, but little do you know Theoden is keeping a close eye on you, and he notices you pick something up off the ground
Whoa.
and he notices a glint from
I never
something picked
said I
up.
was picking it up though.
Come on.
Listen, Baka.
I said
All right,
before
fair
I
enough,
went
fair-
to-
oh, fair
I
enough,
was
fair
only
enough.
gonna go look for it.
Fair enough. You're right. That's true. I'm jumping the gun. Theoden, where he put the cat down on the ground, you
Yeah.
notice the glint of something metallic on the ground next to the cat.
Okay.
You're about 35 feet away. What would
Okay,
you like
that-
to do, Theoden?
I'm going up to grab that shit.
Okay, so now.
I'm gonna order my cat to grab it.
All
and
right.
run
Well,
away.
hold on a second. You can't.
Well,
a
hang
cat,
on, Baka.
hold on, Baka. First of all, a cat can't pick up a book. I don't know how talented this cat is.
I'm gonna automatically win the game.
A cat can't pick up a book. If it was like a key ring or a coin that he could bite with his mouth, but not a book. Now here's what I'll do.
Apparently
What I'll
that's
do
my
is
cat.
again, this is a situation where you're not expecting
fuck.
Theoden to come running in your direction. So I would say that you are at disadvantage. I need an initiative roll between Theoden and Baka only, but unfortunately Baka
Oh,
is at disadvantage.
An initiative.
Initiative.
Wait,
Do it
on the app.
on the app. So I need Baka to roll
7.
twice.
7.
7 plus whatever your dexterity bonus
No,
is.
it's 7 total.
A 7 total. Did you? Okay, so 7. Now what I need is Theoden. You have to beat.
plus, baby. 18
Okay.
Yo,
plus.
where are these rolls coming from?
Okay, so
I
now
don't
here's
know.
the
I love
situation.
them
Here's the
now.
situation. Here's the situation. You are not, because you're wearing armor, dwarf, and because you're not nearly as quick as Baka is.
I'm disadvantaged.
You don't. No, not disadvantage.
Okay.
You don't quite get there in time to actually physically grab the book. But
I
you
know.
race up close enough where you get a clean look at the fact that there is a book on the ground next to the cat wrapped in chains. Now you're both standing in front of it. You look at him, he looks at you. What happens?
Well, this is awkward.
I thought you didn't have the book.
I did.
You two
And I'm
can
gonna
hear him
say it-
say that.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it loud enough so
Oh.
they can hear it.
Yes.
You're killing me.
I'm going up. I heard the magic words.
Pia, what do you do?
I'm gonna disguise self as an ogre.
As an
bull.
ogre.
I'm gonna
Yep.
become a rock.
I don't think
And
you
I'm just
can
gonna
make yourself look
slowly
like an
walk
ogre.
My way over
All right, so
to
check
Baka.
this out. Here's the only caveat, Pia, is that you can make yourself look exactly like an ogre because you just recently saw an ogre in the courtroom at the last city Vanwell that you were in.
Yeah.
You look exactly like the lawmaster in Vanwell, but you're not 10 feet tall and 500 pounds. You're like a miniature ogre. You're an ogre that's like 5'5" and 150 pounds.
All right. Well, I guess I already did it, so I'm owning it.
Yeah, you're owning it. You look like a fierce ogre that's like a 13-year-old ogre, because
All right.
you're a lot smaller than one. Okay, so now what's happening next?
I'm just gonna stare at Baka with my ugly ogre face.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Tell him to
I need
return home.
Yeah.
Okay, so check it out. I need Theoden and
Are we
Sirach.
fighting?
I need Theoden and Sirach to make a perception. No, I'm sorry, not a perception check. A perception check. Go for it.
On the app?
Oh no, you can give me this one honestly. Just with the Theoden and Sirach.
Shit.
What'd you roll?
5 plus.
5 low.
Yeah.
3.
I need a fucking aspirin, guys. You guys are killing me right now.
15.
15. Okay. Sirach, you realize that the miniature ogre is basically a polymorphed version of the tiefling that you know and know well, okay? But Theoden, you have no idea what happened to Pia, and now there is suddenly an ogre on the edge of your camp barking out orders. You have no clue who this ogre is.
But is it fair to say that I know that Pia has disguise self and the book is more important to me?
Make an intelligence check. Just an intelligence check.
I'll give him guidance as like a
You
hint.
can't give him guidance while you're an ogre 20 feet away.
What is
You
wrong
can't
with
do it.
you?
Oh my God!
What'd you roll?
A nat 1.
You genuinely don't, even though you know that Pia has these abilities,
That
you
one plus
really
0.
think, I have to be
Oh
honest with
my.
you, the importance of this book. Now, granted, this does not influence Sirach at all. Sirach is aware of what's going on. He knows that that's just Pia.
Thank
But
God.
Theoden, you don't know. And right now, the importance of a book is secondary because there's a fucking ogre in your camp for some reason.
Shit.
So I would say you have to, your decisions have to be made keeping that into consideration.
All right, I'm gonna stop. Turn around,
Fucking
and-
hit me.
ready my crossbow.
Gotcha. You start
Just ready
turning-
it. Just ready it.
Gotcha. That makes total sense. Now, Sirach, what do you do?
I'm basically gonna say to Baka, "Oh, hey, look what we got here. I'm gonna take this now, and we're gonna move
Look what
on."
we got here. There's a fucking
where we're
ogre
going.
now.
Just gonna
Perfect.
narc.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And
So
we'll go
there's-
deal with that ogre.
yeah. So to be honest with you, though,
Well,
I was
Sirach,
trying
you
to bury the
want-
book. I was trying to get rid of the book, bury it. That thing is cursed.
Yeah, but I'm taking good care of it.
I trust you as much as I trust myself with that book.
Do you,
Well,
Sirach?
I have
Sirach,
done
do you-
nothing with the book, while you have taken it, what I assume is twice now.
I just looked
So
at the
I
first
don't know
time.
who we can't trust and can trust here. I've kept it in my bag, not touched it. I locked it up even.
But why are
after
you keeping it in your
opened the
bag?
book.
Why not? Now we know what it does. Why not get rid of it?
We could find someone else that knows more about it.
And what? Explore its magics? I'd rather
Yeah.
just be gone with it.
Or that other guy said we could sell it. I like money.
Then it becomes a problem when someone else activates it and fucks us over.
I mean, you activated it and got yourself
Yes.
stuck in a book.
It was an accident. All I did was open it.
Uh,
It could happen
yeah,
to anybody.
so someone else opens
And
it.
you remember what happened when you guys did that ritual? That poor shop owner.
Well, that's because Pia didn't pay the guy enough.
Is anybody going to take care of this dangerous-looking ogre on the edge of your camp?
Fuck the ogre.
Well, you don't care about the ogre, but
Yeah.
Sirach, what are you doing about the ogre?
Can I tell Theoden, like, don't worry about him?
Go ahead.
Yes.
Theoden, leave the ogre. He's fine. Like, look at him. He's like a teenager. He's got nothing on us. It's fine.
Pia, do you say anything?
Nope.
He didn't
Oh,
say-
you dirty bitch.
Theoden, what do you do?
The fuck.
I'm
God.
I'm gonna
I'm
listen
just
to
staring
Sirach.
down Baka
I'm,
right
I'm,
now.
I'm feeling what Sirach's saying.
Okay.
Trust Sirach.
Okay.
You know,
All right. So,
I'm turning back. I'm putting my crossbow away. Turning back. I'm going right back over to Sirach.
Okay,
this
okay.
is so shit.
all right. Well, listen, we had an excellent, real bonding experience here. You guys have basically hashed it out. You discussed it. A meeting of the minds. Obviously, no one is happy. Everyone is aggravated over the stupid book.
Let's
But-
take a team vote and decide if we should just bury the book, destroy it, or keep it with Sirach.
Or just give it to
So
this
okay,
mysterious ogre.
I will agree to that. I will agree to that.
Okay.
Uh,
I should have. I
so-
admit I should have
so
done
I,
this in the
I
first
think we
place
I think
instead
we
of
all should get together.
taking it. Yeah. Let's get together. then.
I will bury the book. Theoden, Pia, take Baka like 60, 100 feet away.
60.
Like
Just
1
go.
million feet.
You know what? Guys? I'm gonna stay here. Bury the
Harry,
book.
don't write this.
You guys go to town. I'll meet you later.
Who's
But,
Pia?
um,
Yeah,
The
what
less
you
he knows,
thinking?
the better.
fine.
Put that in bold, Harry.
Fine.
The less he knows, the better.
I agree. As long as you promise to bury the book.
Okay. So that you do the separation, and Sirach, what do you actually do?
Yeah. What do you actually do? Let's see if this.
I'll bury the book.
Okay. That's it. So you bury the book and you're done with it.
Oh my God.
Permanent mark on the map where the
Yes.
location of the book is, and do you,
I had no attachment to it.
Sirach, do you do anything in particular
Wait, I
to
want
mark the location? Do you do anything to mark the location that would help you find it in the future if you decided to find it in the future? Is that a curiosity?
I would.
Or do you just
question.
bury it in a random spot and then just, you know what, I want to be done with it completely?
Mark that shit, boy.
Just trying to think.
What about?
You might as well
Trying to think-
just mark it.
Trying to think what I would mark it with.
Oh.
That would be a
What a
good
turd.
mark.
So you're
Drop-
trending,
drop-
you're trending,
drop
yes,
it
but
into
you're trying to
that
figure out
fucking
exactly how.
rock.
Well, how about this? How about a particular landmark? Like you look for a big boulder or a
all
tree
right.
of some kind and that has a feature on it. Do you look for something like that?
Sure, yeah.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
You don't have to do it on the app. You could just roll.
Can I give him guidance?
Yes, you can. For this, you can give him guidance.
Chris,
go.
I had no idea my one text to you earlier would turn out to be like this.
I love it. This is great. This is good. This is D and D.
Above and
This
beyond
is
what I was
D and
expecting.
D as it at its best. D and D at its best. I love it.
I want to be
Eight-
completely candid. My objective was to take the book and sell it and just keep the cash all to myself. That was the whole.
Right, check.
Well, you guys
Not
don't know that.
anymore.
You guys
I
don't
know.
know that.
I
So
thought he
No,
was
that was
saying
completely candid though.
all right.
All
So what did you roll?
18 to find a landmark.
18. So you find a tree that's one of the largest trees you've ever seen, and it has 3 holes in it that almost looks like a face. And you're relatively sure that if you were ever to come back to the outskirts of Ecosted, that you'd be able to find that tree.
Better
You
write
don't.
that
You haven't.
shit
You haven't
down.
told anybody. But tree, 3 holes outside Ecosted, buried underneath it is that book. Okay.
Got it.
Done. All right. So the book is gone. Let's go to Ecosted. We did the food.
So do we meet up with? We're all together now.
You're all together.
All
You're all
right.
together.
so
You're on the outskirts of Ecosted.
I-
Yes, go ahead.
I just want to look at the group and
Yes.
offer an apology for the trouble I caused by taking the book. And I will promise
Aiden will
to stay
clear his
out of your
throat and
belongings.
Not say a word.
Although I found that on the desert floor, so it wasn't exactly me taking it from you specifically there.
Give
Semantics.
us all your gold and we'll forgive you.
No, not sure.
All right. You know what?
I
That's,
will buy you some ale.
that's
Give
actually
us that
that's actually,
rapier.
It's fair.
that's actually a good segue. So considering we're about to enter a civilized town or city, how much gold do you guys actually have? So I can just keep an accurate count of it. Pia, not counting the 500 that was on your horse. How much gold do you have?
Oh, that's long gone. I have 268 platinum, 189
268.
gold.
289 gold. Okay.
No,
What about
268 and 189 gold?
189?
One second.
268, 189. Sirach, what do you got?
285 platinum and 300 gold.
You guys are rich. Theoden, how much money you got?
109 platinum and 8
100 on-
silver.
109 platinum, 8 silver.
Oh, and I have 1,500 gold worth of gems.
Yes, I remembered that. No problem. Baka, how much you got?
199 platinum,
199 platinum,
400
Bullshit.
gold.
400 gold.
2 gems of unknown quality,
2 gems.
fancy
Okay.
pen set, and
Cool.
lots of expensive 2 expensive books and some candlesticks. Lots
Cool,
of
man.
I have
Yeah,
a
we know you have
mysterious bell.
candlesticks. That we know.
Mhm.
Okay, so do you approach the city? Like most cities, there is a supply line of horses and wagons, people bringing goods to and from the city, waiting for entry into the gates. You notice from a distance that the gates look like they're made primarily of massive logs of wood, as opposed to other cities that you've noticed was made of usually stone and masonry. This one is like huge. If you've ever played World of Warcraft and you've looked at the horde settlements, the
Yes.
the walls of this city kind of look like a horde settlement in its log appearance. Would you guys like
pointed
to
tips?
pointed tips, large logs interlocked in with each other? I mean, it's got some nice craftsmanship, but it's different than the masonry that you've seen in other places. Do you guys get on the back of the line?
Yeah,
Sure.
I would. Yeah.
Sure. Okay, so you stand amongst all of the horses and carts and stuff.
Oh,
and you make
and
your way.
I'll go
Yes.
back to Pia. I'm not an ogre anymore.
Back to Pia, not an ogre. You take- Absolutely. So you make your way after about a half an hour and just keep record keeping. It is the 24th of the month. And I would say it's probably around, it was dawn. So let's say it's about 10 a.m. Okay, 10 a.m. on the 24th of the 4th month of the year. So you make your way up and you notice that the gate is guarded by a hobgoblin and an orc holding pikes and wearing leather armor and helmets. And when you approach, they say, "Halt!
You should have stayed north.
Are you interested in the inners or the outers?"
What's
The
difference?
inners.
The inners? Is that all you? I'm sorry. What did the other of your party say?
What's the difference?
Well, the inners and the outers. The outers are us people who are the free folk, the goblins, the orcs, they're led by the Minotaur leader Kor, and the
Kor?
inners. The inners is Sir Gregor, the weak king.
The outers.
The outers.
Yeah, they
So-
sound more fun.
Outers. Fair enough. Do you have business in the city? Specific business?
No.
But they could charter a ship.
Well, then-
Charter a ship.
charter a ship. Well, you have to go down by the docks. The docks, you'll find it's easy enough to find the dock master once you enter into the city. Open the gates, let them in. And honestly, he asks for no money. Gives you no trouble at all. The gate starts to roll up on this kind of chain system, pulley system, as there's probably like a crank, somebody on a crank that's lifting up the portcullis of wood. And you're welcomed into the city. As you enter the city, there's
I'll
one main
flip- I'll flip
thoroughfare.
him a gold.
Oh, cool. All right, so you take that tally of 1 gold off.
Yep.
He obviously he nods his head. He says, "Thank you." He says, and then the goblin next to him was like, "You're going to give me half. Give me half. 5 silver. 5 silver." Shut up. Shut up. He gave it to me. So they argue over that as you guys continue through, right? Now, what you notice on this main thoroughfare is in the distance at about a half a mile, you notice an inner wall. And in the inner wall, from this distance, you can't see any detail, but it looks masonry, right? So the outer wall is made of primarily wood, like a log cabin type situation, and the inner wall is like white stone. You see lots of shops, lots of carts and wagons, people selling their food and goods on the streets, while there's lots of people going in and out. And when I say people, I'm talking about humanoids. You're seeing a majority of orcs, goblins, kobolds. You've seen a couple of ogres, ironically, a couple of gnolls. Every once in a while you'll see. No, actually, make a perception check, everybody.
14.
14 perception.
16.
16.
15.
15.
12.
Ooh.
12. What was the highest number? We had a 16.
Yeah.
16, baby.
All right, so Theoden, one thing you happen to notice as you look off to your right, about a quarter mile up that main thoroughfare, is to your right. You notice that in an alley, an orc gets thrown through the front door of an establishment, maybe a
shit.
saloon of some type, from the inside out into the street, and then there are two minotaurs that follow him out. They're wearing the same color tunic.
Okay.
The
Okay, I see
tunic is
what's
color
going on.
blue, and they proceed to beat the shit out of this orc. The two minotaurs.
I'm gonna look back and say, "That's our destination."
Yeah. Then when you look back, again, this is neither here nor there, but when you look back, you happen to notice over your left shoulder that there is a family of kobolds, mother, father, and two children sitting in each one of their laps on basically a horse-drawn carriage that's driving by, and the mother kobold is like holding the eyes of the little kobold so that she can't see the situation that's going on as they're passing by. So yes, it's pretty obvious that that must have been some sort of drinking establishment to your right.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that you necessarily have to do anything about it. I'm just letting you know what you saw. So what would you guys like to do? There's lots of open air shops on that main thoroughfare, and down that block is what's probably an inn or a tavern.
I want to get my fancy navy color
Well,
robe.
what time is it?
It's but 10 a.m. 10 a.m.
Oh shit. Okay.
The sun is high in the sky.
Yeah.
And it's actually for the first day in a long time, you're feeling the breeze off of the ocean because you're near the Southern Ocean, and it's
Okay.
such a relief after being in that fucking desert for the past week. It's such a relief. So, what would you guys like? So you said that you wanted to do something about that fancy cloak. You said
What's the town called?
It's a robe. From
Ecosted.
that house.
ICOSTEAD.
Okay. Oh yeah.
What'd you say,
Jacob, it's
Pia?
hard to hear you.
It's a robe from that house that we were in Vanwell that we got from that magic house. I want to have that looked at.
Is there anybody else that has items that they suspect as
yeah, I
magical in
wanna-
nature?
Well,
A belt.
Okay, so you have a belt. He has a robe. I mean, you might as well kill all the birds in one stone. Like
What
maybe
does it say?
find.
Were we only concerned about that one robe? Because I took a robe as well.
Yes, you took a purple one,
Yeah.
and I think Baka took
oh
a
yeah,
black one.
yeah, I did. I take a black one. I
Right. Yeah.
think it was just
Yeah.
regular, but
I
I'll check.
think.
I mean, I think mine is too, but you never know.
Right. So.
Yeah, I guess I'll get it checked out. But I'm also, I want to look for some shops.
Sure, absolutely. So, what kind of shops are you looking for in particular? Let's try to narrow it
generals.
down.
A general store, potions, and a magic shop.
All right. So,
Yeah, 'cause
Pia,
we're not
Pia,
gonna
what
get
do you
into this.
out of those three choices? What do you want to help with?
What were the three choices? I'm sorry.
General, potions, and magic.
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 All right.
Can you hear me
So,
better now. I might have fixed something.
I hear you.
All
You're
right, good
good.
enough.
So, since you're looking for a magic shop first, let's have Baka and Pia roll one each, or one person roll with advantage. It's up to you to look for a magic shop.
One
Let's
each.
each do it. Yep.
All right. Nat 20.
Nat 20?
17, 19.
19. So this is some good rolls. So an old woman who is actually a old goblin woman, who you stop on the street and ask, she says, Sonny, there are no magic shops in the outer city. Would you like? But in the inner city with the humans have magic shops in their inner city. I've been there once or twice. Would you like to know the story of Icosted? It's actually quite interesting. It is the story of Icosted. And she doesn't even wait for you to say yes. She just breaks into this long diatribe of like the fucking history and all the special moments of Icosted. She talks for like 7 minutes straight and
Did
almost
she take a
puts you to
breath during those 7 minutes?
barely takes a breath. I'll give you the highlights because I don't want to actually put you to sleep. But she basically tells you in that 7 minutes of like, oh, Jesus, will this woman please stop talking and just tell me where to go? She says that 100 years ago, there was no outer wall. There was only an inner wall. Icosted was half the size. It was a human settlement with stone walls around it. There was a minotaur that assembled an army of people to siege Icosted. and they came out and they started basically fighting. What the Minotaur and the orcs and whatnot didn't know is that they were basically going to try to like starve them out, but they had magical means in which to transport food in from the outside on the inside of the wall. So there was no way they could starve them out. So it ended up being a siege that lasted months and even years. The families of the orcs and the goblins and the hobgoblins decided to finally meet up and settle outside those walls. They turned from camps into hostels, into fucking, and then they basically turned into a city. And what happened 50 years ago, there was a human that was sick. Okay, she says this is a legend. She's not sure exactly. She didn't see it. It's 50 years ago. There was a human, either a human was sick or an orc was sick, and a healer from one side basically sacrificed themselves in order to heal the other side. And from that moment on, the tower opened up, and now it's one city. So that's basically the story of it. That's the story of Icosted. If you like, I know more about Icosted if you'd like to hear more. But so we'd like, actually, my name is Belinda. And if you'd like to have some coffee, we could go to the shop on the corner. We could drink some coffee together. And I could tell you.
What kind of shop?
Oh, it's like it's a drinking shop, and it's got general goods in it, and we can go there. And you're a very handsome dwarf. You look like you're intelligent. You look like you know
all
things.
the time.
Yes, I think. And I would like to tell you about the history of the new king, the Minotaur king, called. He was first. The first one was Grog. The next one was Bob. The next one was and she goes on for another.
We need to get out of here, guys.
She goes on for another 7 minutes and just keeps talking and talking and talking. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna head to the inner wall with the magic shop.
Yeah, I'm gonna just like look down and just walk away.
It works. She trails after you for a few minutes and continues talking as if you're still listening. But eventually you lose her in the crowd. You go to the inner wall.
Kind woman, but Jesus Christ.
The only thing about the inner wall that's different is that it's more heavily fortified with human soldiers. They are unaligned. They're wearing basically, instead of any particular colors for an insignia of any of the four or even the fifth faction, they're wearing like a dull brown kind of tunic with no insignia on it. They're heavily armed, and the inner gate. There's a line to get into the inner gate, and next, what's odd is that 20 feet in the wall, the inner wall of stone, about 30 feet to the right, is an open courtyard through like an archway. And if you go over and you look over through the archway, you notice that there's a chamber in the wall that looks like an auditorium. And there's an archway on both sides that's open and guarded by men. There's no door there. It's just an open archway on one side and an open archway on the other side. And inside the wall, if you look inside, is like an auditorium. So, and the soldiers are just standing there, and they're basically doing that whole thing that the British soldiers do in the red suits, where they basically stand there, they don't say anything.
Yeah.
Can I use disguise self to make myself look like a small human teenager?
Sure. Only thing is I say you have to just do a quick stealth check just to go into like an alley and change and then come back. Just do a quick stealth.
30.
Yeah, I rolled an 18, but 18 doesn't beat a 30, so not a problem. You look like a small human teenager. So what would you guys, as you guys are approaching the main gate that's fortified, and again 25 feet to the right is this weird archway that's also guarded, what would you like to do?
Walk up to the gate.
Okay.
Hold. Observe from a safe distance.
Hold.
Hello.
Where's your father?
Dead in the war.
Right here.
Don't be stupid, dwarf. That's a human child.
Ignore him. He's
the dwarf is allowed in.
Always drunk.
The halfling is allowed in. The human is allowed in. Tiefling, you're not allowed. Yeah. This is not the place for you.
I knew that was coming.
Why?
Why? Isn't it obvious? This is not the inner wall. Inner city is not the place for you. Isn't it obvious?
Why were these guys allowed in the outer city?
Well, the outer city is their city. It's your place. Know your place, Tiefling.
Oof. Very well. And
yeah, you cur.
I will turn around and walk away. And I'm going to go into an alley and I'm going to disguise myself as
My father.
Quick stealth check, only because they're keeping a close eye on you as you go into the alley. Just a
Very
quick
well.
stealth check.
Wait, make him do it in the app.
Oh, he doesn't have to.
I
Are you
want to see the
sure?
one.
Because I just rolled an 18 plus.
It's fine. I trust you. I trust you.
All right.
So
I'm gonna
18 plus.
sell
I
it
rolled.
for
I rolled
22.
an 11. So
Oh.
so they don't even bother.
It would have been funny
So
if you got a
what
one.
are you turning into?
I'm gonna just turn into like a human, I guess. Just like I'll try to be like as an average Joe as possible.
Okay, no problem. What does this average Joe look like, just in general? Just
so
curiosity.
he is about my height,
Okay.
like 5'8", 7'8", and
Gotcha.
he's thin. He's got brown hair, blue eyes, and just like a little like 5 o'clock shadow. But
Okay.
very tasteful, very tasteful.
Cool. So you make your way back to the group.
Yeah, I'll make my way back.
So you make your way back to the group. As they're letting the group in, they're letting them in one at a time, and they honestly don't even look at you twice. Unfortunately, in your human form, they let you in, and so now you're on the inside of the gate, and you notice basically a collection of humans, dwarves, elves, and halflings. Basically, that's what you see. It's more crowded. It feels more militaristic in a sense. It feels more free on the outside and more kind of a little more, I don't know, relaxed. In here feels a little more strict and a little more like everything is buttoned up and a little tense. You feel tense on the inside of these walls. It also feels like there's the level of construction is a little bit more, I guess, with the influence of dwarven architecture, is a little bit more on the up and up. But other than that, it's just almost feels like a completely different city, even though they're both obviously connected to each other in this bizarre history.
Okay. Wow. I do have one question.
Yes.
So since I can disguise self at will, is it safe to say I can just stay as this human form while we're here?
Does it last an hour before it wears off?
It says an hour on the actual spell in the spell book.
Okay,
but
so
since
here's
mine
what's
came from,
but here's what
15 or
happens.
whatever it
But
is.
here's what happens.
Okay.
It's my responsibility to kind of keep track of the general sense of the hour. And if
Okay.
you happen to be in some weird situation at minute number 59, you may be required to make some kind of like stealth check to hide in a closet and change, because you're going to change back into the tiefling and then in 10 seconds later turn back into the human.
Okay.
So more often than not, yes. All you have to do is just duck behind a corner somewhere, duck under a table, you know what I mean? And 10 seconds later, you're back into the human form. Most
Cool.
of the time, it's not going to matter. But every once in a while, I'm going to have to make you make a roll to say, based on this situation, you might get spotted. So,
All right.
all right. So,
Chris, I'd like to change out of disguise self when we're far enough away from the gate.
What do you want to change into?
Back to my normal. No, it's
Something that
level
you've
1 spell.
noticed-
I don't have an unlimited one.
Something that you're noticing is that you do notice gnomes every so often.
Okay, so
But so you don't feel as
I figured.
yeah. But
Not a single tiefling anywhere.
not a single tiefling anywhere.
Oof.
You don't see no tieflings, no orcs, no goblins, no nothing. Basically, what would be considered the fair races.
Yeah.
And it just
The Alliance.
it doesn't feel comfortable in here. Something about this place just feels like they would knock down your door and basically just basically check to make sure that you're not harboring any fugitives or immigrants or something. Like, what is, it just doesn't feel right. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. You're looking for a magic shop.
Yeah,
So who's looking for the magic shop?
all
I'll
of us.
do it.
I'll look.
Okay, so Theoden and Pia, roll a d20 and add your investigation.
Fuck.
What'd you roll?
Thanks, Théoden.
4.
Nat 20.
Nat 20 is good enough.
All right,
Absolutely.
that works for
All
me.
right. So you find a magic shop, and just so we can get on with the narrative, you go into the magic shop. It's well stocked. There's plenty of items in there. It would be hard for you to imagine that all of these items are magical. Maybe some of them are magical and some of them are basically there in order to be enchanted in the future, perhaps. There's an old human male, pale skin, big white beard, big white lamb chops, wire rim glasses, and he's basically sitting at his counter, and he's eyes you as you walk in. Says, "How can I help you, gentlemen?"
I'd like to get this belt looked at.
Okay. What exactly would you like done to this belt, Sir Dwarf? You need it inspected for magical abilities.
Aye.
Well, it'll cost 1 gold in order to determine if it has magical qualities, but it will cost 10 gold to determine the exact magical qualities.
I'll flip him 15.
15. Mark 15 off. It takes about 10 minutes, after which you find out that Theoden's belt is a belt of giant strength.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
So he tells you that when you put on this belt, you need to focus on this particular item. Just putting it on will not give you the magical qualities. You must rest and meditate for at least 1 hour, someplace quiet and someplace private. And once your spirit becomes attuned to this item, it will be yours and no one can take it from you. And it will present you with more strength than you possibly can imagine. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to write down belt of giant strength. I'm not going to tell you how much giant strength until you attune it. So you need a short rest. Okay, who's next?
I'll do it.
What do you do?
I wanted to get this navy blue robe looked at, and I'll flip him 15 as well.
Okay. He takes his 10 minutes. He goes through the motions. After 15 minutes, the mage says, "I regret to inform you that this item is not magical. It is of the finest silks and quality. I could theoretically buy it from you. You've already given me 15 gold, and I can't refund that. But I could theoretically give you. I mean, my normal fee is 10 gold. You gave me 15, so you gave me 5 extra. I can give you those 5 gold back as a way of saying thank you if you'd like to sell it to me."
Could you grant it magic abilities?
Well, of course, it would take some time, but of course I could.
Oh,
What would you like done to it?
Duh.
What would you like done to it?
mind giving me a few examples of what you can do?
Well, I mean, I could give it protective abilities where wearing it would magically cause damage strikes to glance off. I could allow it to charge up your magical abilities and give you more energy throughout the course of the day that will allow you to cast spells more often. I could there's a whole host of things between player and DM. What you should do honestly is go into player's handbook and look at the spells, the level 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is, and imagine it like this: for every level, you need 1,000 gold pieces.
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, if let's say there's a second level spell that's logical that you would like to imbue onto it would cost 2,000 gold pieces in 2 weeks, and you can create that.
2 weeks.
Yeah, it'd take 2 weeks and 2,000 gold pieces. If it's a fourth level spell, it would be 4,000 gold pieces in 2 weeks.
1 platinum is 10 gold, right?
Say again.
1 platinum equals 10 gold.
1 platinum equals 10 gold.
Okay.
So why don't you look through the spells and think about what you might want to put on this thing, even if it's a first level spell, and we'll work it out. While you're doing that, is there anybody else that wants? Or did you have a question, Jacob? That I cut you off? Was there a question?
No, I was actually gonna pass.
All right.
You
No
know what?
problem.
I'll sell you the robe
Okay.
for that 5 gold. That's perfectly fine.
Okay.
And thank you for your time.
Not a problem. So
Very good.
basically, you gave him 10 gold, not 15.
Well, I paid him. Yeah.
Yeah, you gave him the 10, not 15, as you got the 5 back.
Yeah.
Okay, who's Baka's next? Hello,
Yeah.
Mr. Gnome.
Hello.
How can I help you?
Elder, sir. I am looking for a few things.
Sure. Excellent.
I was wondering if you had a bag of holding.
Bag of
We could buy
holding.
This bitch.
Do you know how valuable a bag of holding is?
Fortunately, I do.
That is a legendary type item.
Is it really?
Yes,
Oh,
I mean I
shit.
would.
Yeah, we missed our chance on that.
I know.
It would. The amount of gold it would cost me to create a bag of holding is worth more than everything in this store. I can't. I do not even have the necessary power to enchant a bag of holding. If I were to come across one, I'm sure it would go out very quickly. I do
I
not have
understand.
that. I apologize.
It's okay. It's my fault for asking. It was a whimsical suggestion. Forgetting that,
Sure,
I was
sure.
wondering if you had any dexterity increasing magical items that could enhance my fighting
That's what
skills.
he needs.
Make a persuasion check.
Where the fuck is my dice?
Persuasion.
Do I have
15.
15. With a 15, he tells you, he says, I don't have anything currently in stock, but I, again, like the offer that I made to your human friend, I could enchant something custom, perhaps? Something with a, between player and DM. Let's say a +1 bonus to something would give you like 1,000 gold and 1 week to create something with like a +1. And it has
Okay.
to be in a slot that you don't currently have something in, obviously. You know?
Gotcha.
And it would help. It honestly would help if you bring, like, let's say if it's bracers or a belt or a helm, bring him the item and he'll give you a discount. It'll be a little less than 1,000. Maybe it'll be like 975 or 950.
Okay. And
Okay.
my other question was, I'm gonna pull out my rapier and present it to him. I'm gonna say this
Sure.
is enchanted already. I was wondering if it'd be
Hmm.
possible to further enchant this.
No.
Be very expensive. I can do it, but it would be very expensive.
Exactly how much?
Well, the price on that is double. So because it's already
So-
enchanted. So basically, in order to make it from a +1 to a +2, it would cost 2,000 gold and 2 weeks. So it's up to you. I mean,
You don't have 2,000 gold.
I do though.
he might have
I
it,
do. I have 199 platinum, which is
which is almost
10 short, and then 400 gold, which is 2,390
Yeah.
gold. Yeah, I wanna enchant my rapier.
Sure. So he writes out the necessary requisite forms. He asks you to put your thumbprint on the form. It glows almost like a fingerprint, but it glows in like blue ink, magical ink. He says the fine print of the thing is it costs 2,000. You have to give me 1,000 gold down now, and then 1,000 gold when you return in 2 weeks. In the event that you don't come back in 2 months. After 2 months, we reserve the right to sell your item to someone else. We would only assume that you've been thrown in jail or dead. So
Hopefully he forgets.
you have
Sounds-
between 2 weeks and 2 months to pick it up in Ecosted.
Okay.
Okay. So for right now, you don't have the rapier +1 because he has it in his possession in order to enchant it. So you have to take it off your thing. I'll write it down.
Okay.
So 2 weeks. You mark off 1,000. Well, you mark off 100 platinum, right?
Yeah.
You mark off 100 platinum. 2 weeks.
I'll do that
100
after.
platinum is due, and it becomes a +2 rapier, and it's 2 weeks to 2 months in Ecosted. Okay, cool. Done deal. All right. So now I'm assuming you basically that's already so you have 100 platinum. Left over 400 gold, but that 100 platinum is spoken for. Done. Anything else that you want?
No.
Okay.
No.
Anybody else? Matt or Sirach?
No, I'm good.
You good?
I actually have an additional question, but I'll let Sirach go first.
Sirach?
I was interested in enchanting the cloak that I had.
Sure. Absolutely.
Just not really sure what I could get done to it.
Well, I mean, I have some interesting things. I mean, the most expensive thing that I can do to it would be it's hard to describe it to someone who's not a magic user. Are you someone that uses magic?
A little bit, yes.
Make an Arcana check.
Great. It's like my worst check ever. 11.
11. He tries to explain it to you, but some of the concepts are a little bit above your head. So what he basically tells you is that he can make it. It's a very expensive process, and it takes 4 weeks and costs 4,000 gold. But with this cloak, you can phase in and out of existence. making you much harder to hit.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Wow.
4,000 gold and 4 weeks. If
what's
that's a
worth.
little too pricey for you, he can do something a little cheaper, more,
Great.
you know.
Yeah, that's a little out of my price range.
Sorry to hear that.
Mm.
I could theoretically give you a straight, well, from player to DM, like a +1 to your armor class for like 1,000 gold in 1 week.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, wouldn't hurt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's
So
a
you have
cloak
to
protection.
give him the cloak. It's cloak
Sure.
of protection +1.
Okay.
Cloak of protection. You can give him 500 gold now if you want, or you can give him the whole thing. It's up to you. I mean, you know, so it's totally up to you. He wants half. He wants half down.
I'll give him the half now. And then-
500 gold due. 1 week. 1 week. And he tells you again, in 2 months, he reserves the right to sell it to someone else. So it's 2 months. And it's just so that we're on the same page with things, just the date in the game right now is 4/24/257. So what he's basically saying is that 7 days from now is actually every month in this world. There are 10 months, and every month has 30 days for a year of 300 days. That's how this world works. So since every day has 30 days, 7 days from now is the 1st of May, the 5th month. So 5/1/257 is when your cloak of protection is ready, right?
Okay.
And 5/7 is when Baka's sword is ready.
5'8" or 5'7"?
5/7.
5/8.
Is it 5/8?
Yeah, it's
Nah.
5'8".
No, I think it's 5/7.
seven,
Well,
plus one plus seven.
let's just say it's ready on the 7th. Maybe
Okay,
he's got a
it's
little
fine,
rush.
whatever.
We'll do. It's easier to do that. Okay.
Chris,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
questions for the old man. Can I exchange? I know it's not a money exchange here, but since you have obviously platinum, I was wondering if I could exchange 380 gold for 38 platinum.
Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have that kind of. Well, wait a minute. You need platinum?
Yeah, I give
You
him gold.
just-
He
you
gives me
just get-
platinum.
you
He-
just-
I
you
just gave him
just-
platinum, so I know he has it.
He can't. He won't say no to that. Well, no. You know what? Hold on a second. Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh.
He doesn't want to do it, but it's hard for him to say no.
13.
You did it with advantage. You rolled a 13.
Yeah. Sorry.
He turns around and he says, I'm
I'll
really
give
sorry.
I'll give you 10 gold if you do this for me.
Roll again. Just one more die.
19 plus.
Okay, there we go. So you want to change. So take 10 gold off. You're at 390, right?
Yeah, 390.
390 gold. All right. And then now you want to get how much platinum?
I want to keep 20 gold, so it will be I give him 370 gold, and I get 37 platinum.
37 platinum, 20 gold.
Yep.
Cool. Done. So now Sirach do you have any more business, Mr. Elf?
No, I think I'm all set.
Okay, so you're done. Baka's done. Pia had another question. I'm sorry.
Yes. Do you have any magical staffs or anything with fire?
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
God, this guy's like a gold mine.
Ooh, nat 20.
You made a nat 20?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
I don't know if you
You're
can.
about to find something good, Jacob.
With nat 20, you deserve it. Hang out 1 second. I'll be right back.
Oh, no shit.
He's getting something
Uh-oh.
out.
Uh-oh.
Jacob already has that bullshit cloak.
At least I got a nice little belt there.
I don't know if upgrading my rapier was really the right move.
That was stupid.
Well, hopefully
Yeah.
we can come back here. I mean, I don't know if I'll risk it personally, but
No, we're gonna stay here 2 weeks. We gotta get our items.
You wanna
Stay here
stay
2
here
weeks.
for
Get
2
the
weeks?
fuck out.
My rapier, hey, my rapier. I'm not leaving without my rapier. Fuck that
I'm
shit.
I
leaving
am.
without you then.
Fuck you.
I'll stay and enjoy the ambiance.
I don't give a fuck about the ambiance.
I hope I can afford this whatever he's gonna offer me.
Okay.
No.
I don't have exactly what you're looking for, but I do have something that I think you'll find very interesting. Goes in the back, comes back out with a wand, puts it on the table.
Okay.
It says, okay, this wand will allow you to fire projectiles
Oh, what?
Yes.
Mhm.
At your target, at will. And I'm doing a deal today where I'm normally selling it for 2,000 gold, but today only I'm selling it for 1,000 gold.
Ooh. What's
And I
that?
won't know what
100
it is
platinum?
until I.
That's 100 platinum.
I won't know exactly what it is until I buy it, right?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. 2.
You're not sure. You have to buy it.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna give you a choice. I can give you the 100 platinum, or I will give you this bag of gems, and I'll show him both.
Oh, fascinating.
Pick one of the
I
two.
think he sees the gems. He was like, ooh, make a roll for him.
God.
He succeeds on the roll, so he realizes that based on the weights, that he finds the bag of gems more valuable, and he is willing to exchange the gems for the wand.
Excellent.
Okay.
Got a deal.
Yes.
I
And
want to keep my money anyway.
do you want to know what it is?
I do.
Yes, he throws in the identification for as part of the overall fee. Wand of fireballs.
Wand of fireballs.
Yep.
Fireballs?
Wand of fireballs.
Oh no.
He rolled a natural 20.
Yes.
Holy
Yes.
shit. What did we just give this monster?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you how many charges it has though, because that's something that is not set in stone. Every wand of fireballs has a different number of charges.
Okay.
So hold on a second.
So you can't recharge it?
Well, that's a good question. I'm about to
Oh, okay.
wand of fireballs. Wand of fireball, 5e, 5th edition. Okay. All right. So the wand has 7 charges. Okay. You can expend one or more of its charges as an action, one or more. So theoretically, if you wanted to, you could throw all 7 charges all at once in one action if you wanted to.
Oh my
To
god.
cast a fireball spell, the save is DC 15. Okay? You're casting a third level one charge is a third level version of the spell. You can increase the spell slot. Actually, I made it sound a little more powerful than it is. If you do 2 charges, 4th level version, 3 charges, 5th level version, 4 charges, 6th level version. So the level version, more charges you do, it levels it up. My bad. Sorry about that.
Okay.
So it just
Okay.
makes it bigger.
It just makes it bigger, but it doesn't mean more fireballs, just makes it bigger.
Okay.
I
Okay.
was about to say.
Here's the good news. The good news is that it has 7 charges, but the wand regains 1d6 plus 1 charges daily at dawn.
Oh, what?
So write that down.
6 plus 1 at every dawn.
Every dawn. It doesn't. You'll never go higher than 7 charges, but
Okay.
but the wand replenishes itself at a varied rate.
What the fuck?
So
That's
it's a
sick.
6-sider plus 1 charges at dawn.
That's awesome.
And all
Okay.
I upgraded was my fucking rapier.
Shut up, Baka.
Okay, here's the negative. The negative is that if you ever reach a day where you expend all of the charges, whether it's, let's say, 2 left, 5 left, 7 left, but you go down to 0, you roll a d20. If you roll a natural 1 on that d20, the wand crumbles into dust and disappears.
Okay,
Oh,
but if I
shit.
don't roll a natural 20, it's cool.
Yeah, if you don't roll a natural 20, it's cool.
Okay.
Oh, I mean,
Natural-
if you don't
natural
roll,
one.
if you don't roll a natural 1, it's fine.
Okay.
But if you run out of charges and you roll a natural 1, the wand disappears. It crumbles into dust.
All right.
So keep in mind, 7 charges. For 1 charge, it's a 3rd level version of Fireball. The DC for Dexterity DC to jump out of the way is DC 15. And you regain D6 plus 1 charges every day in the morning. So that is basically a wand of fireballs. You exchange for 1,500 gold worth of gems because you rolled a natural 20. Congratulations.
Whoo.
So, anybody else want to try to
Damn.
roll a natural 20?
I do.
I'm rolling it right now. Oh my God! No way! It was a natural 1.
All right, for a natural 1,
Ah,
I have
shit.
this rock.
what the guy, the white-haired, white lamb chop guy looks at you and says, "Master Dwarf, you look like you're not enjoying yourself in my shop. I have just the item for you if you want to take a look. I can replace that 2-handed hammer of yours with something a little more powerful if you would like."
I'm all ears.
I have something on sale. It's normally sells for 1,000 gold, but today and today only, because of the rest of your party has been so good to me today, I can sell it to you for the low price of 500 gold pieces. And he brings out almost a replica of your two-handed hammer, and he says to you, he says, "I know that you're concerned about its abilities. You may think that I'm trying to bamboozle you." So he waves his hand over the item and casts a glyph, and the thing glows with some sort of magical energy. It is indeed enchanted. The reason why I'm looking for discounted is because it is not the most powerful of magic items, but it is an improvement over what you have. It's called a vicious weapon. Have you ever heard of a vicious weapon?
I have not.
Okay, it is magical. If you face off against something that requires a magical weapon to strike it, you will strike it true. That is absolutely the truth. But it does not give you a bonus of any kind. But if you roll a natural 20, you add an extra 7 points of damage to the damage roll, in addition to the double damage. Do we have a deal for 500 gold pieces?
I gotta be honest with you, my friend. I don't have 500 gold.
How much do you have?
I got you, Theoden. I'll help you out.
No, I'm gonna nudge PR.
How much you got?
Bro, I rolled a natural 1. It's a lie.
Well, what's a lie?
I'm gonna.
Oh,
I'm
you mean
nudging.
mine? You mean mine's a lie?
Yeah.
Well, hey, listen, if you don't know, it could be that might be lying. Do you want to do an insight? You want to do an insight?
Yeah, let me do an insight
check. I'll be honor bound to tell you the truth if you roll high.
All right. Fuck.
What'd you roll?
4.
You
plus
have no
6,
you have
so
no
10.
idea. You have no idea if he's lying or telling the truth. You have no idea.
Can I Arcana check it for him? It's fine if I can.
Yeah, go for it.
right.
Arcana check it.
Should I app it?
No, it's fine. Just do an
Okay.
Arcana check, because it's not going to give you everything you think it will.
Well, I rolled a dirty 20.
Okay, for a dirty 20, you know that it is indeed magical, but you have no idea what kind of magic. The guy could theoretically be full of shit.
Okay.
I believe you.
Okay.
But you don't know if all the story that he gave him about the vicious weapon thing could be total bullshit. You have no idea. But you do know that it does entail magic. It is magical.
I'll give Theoden a little wink, like, you sure?
Fuck, dude. Yeah, fuck it.
All right, I'm gonna just slip Theoden 50 platinum.
There we go.
Alright.
Buy me drinks for the next forever.
Sounds good to me.
So
So I have 218 platinum left.
218 platinum left. Good housekeeping. Let me make sure that we get this on the. All right. Vicious weapon. He was not lying to you. Vicious weapon.
Okay.
Vicious weapon. Again, it's not a +1. It's a straight roll, but it is a magic item. If you're facing against like a ghost that you can't hit with a normal weapon, this weapon will hit it. But you don't get a +1. You don't get a +1. You don't get a +1 of damage. Whatever. But you can't hit a magic. It's a magic item for those purposes.
Okay.
If you roll a d20, if you roll a 20 on your attack with this item, you get an extra 7 points of damage in addition to your double damage. So it's only cool when you roll a natural 20. You get an extra 7 points of damage. So it's up to you to remember, because I'm going to forget.
Yeah.
All right.
I got you.
Yeah. A cool thing to do, to be completely honest with you, is you should name your weapons and your items just so that you know that. I mean, again, you don't have to, but like at some point during the week, if you can come up with a cool name for if it's a magic item, it should have a name, I think, and it's yours. So it should be like the wand of fireball should have a name. The vicious weapon should have a name. But anyway, your rapier +2 should absolutely have a name. I mean, come on. But anyway. All right. Anybody else want to do some shopping in this place?
I wish I had more money.
I'll see if he's got something else for me. Maybe.
Natural 20? Roll a d20.
We'll see. Nah. 15.
15. Well, I mean, what are you looking for? He asks you. What kind of an item are you looking for? I'm already making a cloak of protection for you. What else are you in the market for?
Anything that might possibly give me more vitality, or
The only thing I can
Increase my
think of,
magical abilities.
the only thing that I'm thinking of that I have that I'm actually kind of new at is I've been working on potion making lately. You mentioned vitality. I mean, I do have some potions they're amateur potions. I'm not going to brag about my ability to make potions that could help you restore your vitality. I mean, if you're interested in that, I mean, I could sell the base level ones for like 50 gold pieces. If you're ever in a pinch, it's always good to have a potion that could make you get up from being down in battle. But other than that, I don't really have anything that I can think of other than perhaps a potion. Speaking of which, is anyone else interested in potions that could restore
No.
your vitality?
I'd like to try my hand at a
broke,
roll
thank you.
first.
Go for it.
No.
Yeah. All right. Anyone else?
I mean, I'm interested in potion. What kind of potions, or how much are you selling them for?
Between player and GM, he's got the base level ones. I think they're 2d4 healing potions, 2d4 plus 2 for 50 gold pieces for a potion.
I'll take 3 of them.
Cool. So 150 gold off the sheet and take 3 minor health potions, and each one of them heals 2d4 plus 2. You never know in a pinch. Somebody could literally take it out of your pocket, pour it down your throat when you're laying on the battlefield on the ground, and get you back into a fight. So he's still got a few more. Sirach just took 3 of them, but he's got a few more if anybody wants to buy the rest.
I think I need to go steal around this place, get some more money.
Oh, good lord. I'm walking out.
Make a perception check.
19.
19. When it occurs to you that you might want to steal something, you realize that you're not alone. When you look up into the rafters of the place, there's an imp with a tail and wings looking down at you.
Of course. There's always something in the rafters. I should know better.
I don't trust little people.
You're little too, you little shit.
I don't trust them.
Oh my god.
Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And he basically hovers in the air for a minute. So I'm not saying that you can't theoretically stealth and sleight of hand, but there's someone watching you other than the man. His job, the imp's job, is to float around the store and keep an eye on people. You can still do what you want to do. It's D&D, man. I won't stop you.
I will probably try my luck at a non-magical shop.
That would make that's a good idea. Anybody?
But I will be trying my luck because I am down very poor right now.
Yes. Where is anybody else want to buy those remaining 3 potions?
I'm good.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
I'm good. I still have 2 healing elixirs.
Good.
84s.
Good. All right. So, why don't we pause the adventure? And it's not exactly a cliffhanger ending, but we should pause it here. That you guys are about to leave the magic shop in the inner city in Ecosted, possibly in search for either another store or perhaps an inn or tavern in order to get a meal in you. We'll pick it up. It's the 24th of the month, and I'm glad to tell you that you guys have all advanced a level. For most of you, that means level 9, but not necessarily everyone. Let's go with Piaf first. Jacob, are you going to take that 9th level in Warlock?
Yes.
Okay, so do me a favor. We're gonna roll for as far as what you get for level 9. We'll discuss that during the week, and we'll brush it. We'll work it out at the beginning of next session 5.
Okay.
But let's roll for the hit points right now. Do it on the. You have a choice. You want to do it on the app or
I'll do it on the app.
Okay, so let me just get the app open for everybody in the group to see. So basically, you got to roll an 8-sider on the app, and we're going to add your Constitution modifier to whatever the 8-sider roll is.
All right, that's a +2. So I'm going to do it now. Drum roll. 2 plus
2 plus
that's
2,
4.
unfortunately, is only 4 points. You're a 9th level warlock with 4 more hit points.
You got a fucking giant
what
wand. Who cares?
what does that bring your hit point total to?
61.
Okay, so 9th level warlock, 61, and we'll talk about what else cool shit you get at 9th level. Matt, Theoden was an 8th level cleric. Would you like him to be a 9th level cleric?
He is now a 9th level cleric.
Okay, so I think it's an 8-sider as well. What's your Constitution bonus?
+3.
+3?
Constitution +3.
+3. So roll me an 8-sider, D8 on the app.
Oh, okay, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, if you roll a 1, you get to re-roll.
All right. Okay.
Waiting for it to pop up.
Ooh,
Bless you.
excuse me.
Waiting.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the problem. Here's the problem.
D what? D
D8.
what?
D8.
I clicked
That-
20.
wait, wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. Okay,
Five.
so 5 plus
I've
3
not
is
seen
8.
that.
So you get 8 extra hit points. So you're level 9 cleric, and you're gonna have lots of bells and whistles. We'll talk about during the week, and maybe before we start up next week. But
Yeah.
what's now that you've added 8 hit points? How many hit points do you have now?
677.
77. 9th level war
77.
domain.
And my
cleric.
proficiency bonus goes up to +4. I get
So that changes a lot of things. It gives you a +1 to a lot of different things. We'll
oh,
talk.
does it?
Yeah, because your hit bonus, having to do with your spells, some of your skills, they all
Your
some of a lot
saving
of
throws. I think
saving throws. Not
Oh,
every
shit.
single one of them, but a lot of them will go up by 1. So we'll talk about that.
Okay.
All right. So Mr. Sirach, what
Yep.
level are you taking? Are you going to take a level in Ranger or in Warlock?
Yeah, I'm taking a level in Ranger.
Ranger. So you're going to end up being 7 Ranger 7 Warlock 2.
7. Yep, 7.
Okay, so a D10 for you, D10 plus whatever, or are you going to take the 6 like you sometimes do?
I'm gonna take the 6.
There
I
we
don't
go.
like chancing it.
Instead of rolling, Sirach, the half elf multiclass, is going to get an extra 6 hit points. So what does that bring you to?
67 hit points.
67 hit points for a level 7 Ranger and a level 2 Warlock. Excellent, beautiful. We'll go over it during the week. Baka, last but not least.
level 2 fighter.
Level 2 fighter, so he's going to be level 7 rogue and level 2 fighter. So D10, D10 plus your Constitution. Roll it in the app.
It's not working.
Oh, that
Try.
sucks.
Yeah.
2 plus what is your Constitution modifier?
2.
So it's an extra 4 hit points. What is
Yikes. Yeah,
What is that- what does that bring you to?
66.
all right? So 66. You are 7 and 2, and we'll talk about it.
There's not much to talk about. I only get action surge.
Well, that's pretty cool still. All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, that is it for our episode 4. Episode 5 will be next Monday. We pray at 6 o'clock again. Sometimes people have to work and we have to start it later. If it's later, we'll do everything we can.
We try.
We'll do everything we can on social media. If it's not at 6 o'clock, it may be at 8 o'clock. But the point is, we're playing episode 5 next Monday, 7/13. I think it's probably July 13th. But again, I'll check the calendar. Thank you so much for watching. Again, don't
Yeah, it
forget
is,
to
it is.
subscribe. It's July 13th. Cool. So that'll be
July
episode 5.
13th.
Thank you for watching. We really, really, really appreciate it. And we're going to stop the YouTube stream. But for those of you that are on Twitch, we're
There
going
And
to.
we thank you.
One
Yes.
person on Twitch.
Well, we're gonna stay and hang out a little bit on Twitch, so just so that they will want to stick around. Thanks again. See you next week. You are the